Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Space Canada TV. My name is Super Evil Pop Tarts, and it's the week of the Undying drop and your chance to get a seal. And hopefully, we're also going to try to get a heroic no menagerie done. Supposedly, it's kind of an easy week to do it. With me is Outrider
Howdy.
and TC Ice. And hopefully some others. Oh, someone else jumped on. Oh, it's Argoween. We gotta send her a party invite. Because she said she was down, but we need 2 more people. I see a Bacon on. Can you possibly pull Bacon in here, Outrider?
He hasn't responded to any of my requests.
Oh, really?
No, I haven't actually talked to him in 2 months.
Well,
3
since he left.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't actually gotten hold of him. So
Well, that sucks. Anyway, let's see if I can get some people that might be interested. I got Nuke, but he's with a team. Looks like they're doing stuff. It's Argoween! Are you
Hi.
Are you caffeinated?
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
It is always somewhat.
You know what, station manager Hexy? I think you need to get her some more caffeine. Alright, so we need 2 other people to try to do the heroic menagerie. But I could definitely use 1 more Vex offensive to get the title. I'm going to go get some bounties though from Kyra Ray. Yeah, a lot of people are kind of disappointed. They were expecting a more put together portal by her, and it doesn't look really that put together.
it's not a portal though. That's actually the biggest part of confusion a lot of people are having is what you saw was not a, what's there behind Ikora is actually not a portal.
I still
Actually,
like.
when you do the Vex offensive for your last run, look at the gate.
Yeah, I saw
before
the gate
before
too.
you put in.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because you put a transmat beacon down and transmat the thing she built that snaps over the gate, which
Oh.
forces the gate lord out. She built basically a trap.
I liked it better when we could say, "What did we tell you to do? Not to do,
Yeah,
our
me too.
Kyra Ray?
I was actually
Not to make a
hoping it was going
portal
to be
to
an
the
actual
Vets
gate.
Network. What did you do, Ikora Ray? Built a portal to the Vets Network."
I was actually hoping it was going to be one. Like when it kicks on, maybe somebody would walk out and you have a new person in the tower that, or at least briefly, to tell us something that's going on as a clue for next season. Instead, all right, she basically reverse engineered a ghost trap to kick out a ghost in the machine, and it looks like a deranged hubcat that she snapped onto a Vex portal.
So she went ghetto?
I think it was just very crude. It was the best description. All in all, you know, what did you expect? This was a $10 season. They're all going to be $10
Yeah.
seasons. You've now seen what a season. If you subtract everything that Shadowkeep gave, and it was just the Vex offensive and stuff, you now have a very good idea as to what seasons going forward are probably going to look like. Now it's up to you to go, provided you didn't buy the collector's edition
or
the season pass,
or the super version.
Yeah, but if you're just doing it like a la carte, now you go, do I really want to pay the money for the next season?
Well, guess what? I'm on the hook for that. Yeah.
I actually think it was kind of strange that instead of just selling the battle pass, and that's the $10 a month, every season, because you're getting new emotes, you're getting new ornaments, you're getting exotic weapons, blah blah blah. That is worth $10. I thought just on its own, the Battle Pass, I got my $10 worth because that full ornament set that turns your outfit into a Vex looking.
Yep.
Not only did you get it on, you can get it on for all 3 of your characters, which is unheard of because each of those individually Bungie would sell for $12.
Yep.
Or $15 alone in silver. So right there, I'm all right with that. But what they should have done is take the actual event tied to the season, not like Festival of the Lost or the upcoming The Dawning, but the actual event, and still keep that free to everybody to play. But you want the Battle Pass. That's what you're paying for.
Yep.
Basically the Fortnite model. I hate to say that, but that's what they're kind of doing, but they're not quite there. I think they have to be pushed in that direction, and it's understandable at that point.
Hey, Sane, what's up?
Take care of yourself, okay?
Not much. But you guys are talking about the final assault.
Yeah.
And what I was really hoping what would happen is that instead of it being part of Vex Offensive, when you load into the tower, it'd be like it would load up the Undying Mind strike.
No.
And it would have been like a story mission. That's what I was kind of hoping it would be.
It would be nice, but no, they wouldn't. They didn't have the time and resources to do that.
Yeah. But all the time and resources goes in Eververse content.
No, that's not true either.
I don't know about that. There's not enough exclusive loot this season. I find all of it to be in Eververse.
Because they have to change their business model since they're no longer charging for the base game.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand that, but there's nothing to chase besides a few different things in the season. I feel like the vast majority of all the stuff they could have done was stuck in the Eververse. Like a lot of the ships and that could have been like Strike exclusives or something.
Quite honestly, I kind of ignored Eververse for the most part. I mean, I had things to actually chase. I mean, I chased all 3 of the new things I had to get from Gambit, the Strike List, and Shax. And I got those things, so, and I actually felt kind of, it actually felt kind of good to actually play competitive and hit Fabled,
On your own, right?
on my own,
like,
yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, and go into freelance. It's actually a pretty good thing to do. Go in freelance. You don't lose a lot of rep when you do lose. You do lose your win streak. Say if you had like 2 wins and you lose a win streak, but you're only losing like 9 or like 6 or 10 rep points. No matter how many times left you lose.
Yeah, but I'm in Mythic 3, and you lose a ton.
Oh,
if
you do?
lose a match. Yeah.
How much you lose?
I lost like 120 a match.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you drop a ton, and
But you're in
if
mythic range at that point.
yeah, I'm so close to Fabled. I was going for Not Forgotten, but I'm gonna wait till next season to finish working on my hand cannon kills, and then just get the Fabled or a Legend on my own.
I'm at Fabled 1.5 because I got the bonus rep for doing a bunch of matches last week. I'm actually thinking of seeing if I could possibly hit Legend, but hearing you lose like 120 a loss when you're in the Mythic.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the more you lose, the more you start losing.
Ouch.
Because my buddy he was like right about to be a Legend, and he lost a few games and dropped back down to like Mythic 2.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's brutal when you get really high up there in the comp ranks.
But the thing is, I can understand it because you're getting up to those higher ranks. But still, 120, that's even worse than when you lost before they retooled it.
But also, too, the better you do, the more points you are awarded. I don't know if you knew that.
The better you do, depending on how you perform, you can actually get bonus rep. So
yeah, that's like my brother got up to Legend in like a week after Shadowkeep came out.
Damn.
Yeah. Not me. I'm not that good at Crucible.
Like I said, I'm average.
I managed to get up to Mythic on my own, but it's like now I'm hitting the wall. Now it's like all the tryhards are there.
It also depends on what time of the day you're doing it and which day of the week.
Oh yeah.
So, anyway, Sam, would you like to join us? And do you have an extra person possibly? We're looking to try to do heroic menagerie run.
I'm actually not even on Destiny.
Uh,
I'm loading in the Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I kind of figured you were. All right. Well, let's go over the weekly stuff. It is reset.
Yeah, I need to finish working on all my bounties. I'm only like 5 ranks away from being 100.
All right. So, the flashpoint this week is the DZ zone. It is Earth. Do public events, do bounties, not bounties, do patrols, do lost sectors, and get yourself a tier 1 powerful drop from Devrim K, Gentleman Sniper. Vanguard, it is not bounties. This is a bug that they need to fix. It says complete Vanguard bounties during the week, and you get to do it. It is not bounties. It is whatever the elemental burn is. You need to make sure you play that subclass in order to get 3 of them done, and then you get a tier 1 drop. The burn this week is Void, Iron, and Heavyweight. So hey, later on tonight after the stream, I should hit up the strike list with a grenade launcher to try to get Wendigo, which is the only thing I need to get. Chase-wise.
It's Heavyweight, you said?
Heavyweight, yep.
Ooh.
And Void. So get your colonies out and have fun. Night for ordeal. Do 5 night field ordeals. Get a drop. The higher you rank you do, the more you'll get. So example, if you do an adept, you get 1 towards the 5. If you do a heroic, you get 2 towards the 5. If you do a legendary, you get 3 towards the 5. And I think Master just gives it to you at that point.
Yeah, Master completes it all in one shot.
Yeah, Master is all in one shot. It is the Scarlet Keep is what the ordeal is this time. So have fun with that. Also, your 100,000 pointer gives you Pinnacle gear. Gambit, it is a combination of 3 matches from either Gambit Prime or Gambit, and that gives you a tier 2 powerful drop. Crucible, 2 types of drops you can get. If you do the core matches, which are matches that modes that don't change, which is Control, Rumble, and of course competitive. Do 4 of them, you get a tier 1 drop. The Rotator, these rotate each week, so each week on a reset, they'll change. Last week, for the last 3 weeks, it was Momentum Control, but guess what? It's Mayhem. And the other mode is Breakthrough. And Labs has Elimination. But that's another way to get another drop. Your tower vendors. Do 8 bounties for Lord Shax, he'll give you tier 1. Do 8 bounties for Banshee, and he'll give you a tier 1 drop. Do 8 bounties for Zavala, he'll give you a tier 1. Collect Vex parts for Akira Ray, and she'll give you a tier 3 powerful drop. You got your clan rewards, so do stuff. You get a tier 2 drop. The Drifter. Do 8 bounties for him. He'll give you a tier 1 drop. And go to the moon. Do weekly bounties for Erismorn. 4 of them. She'll give you a tier 1 drop. Nightmares, defeat 30 of them for the crypto thingy, and it'll give you a tier 1 drop. Nightmare hunts. There is 3 of them. Servitude, Isolation, and where's the other one? Where's the other one? And Pride. Do 3 Nightmare hunts, and you'll get a tier 1 drop. I believe you pump up the difficulty, it gets you finished quicker. Actually, no. No, it's do 3 and you get 1 drop. Complete a Nightmare hunt on Master difficulty, and you'll get a Pinnacle gear. Complete the Garden Salvation raid, which none of us have done, and I think I'm the only one that has been in the raid, and I've only done it halfway. You get Pinnacle gear. Pit of Heresy, complete that, you get Pinnacle gear. I also believe the Altar of Sorrows is dropping 3 things. It's dropping, I believe, the Shoddy, the Sniper Rifle, and the Rocket Launcher.
They alternate each day.
Yeah, they are. Oh, I think it's the Rocket Launcher is on Thursday. That's right. Someone said it was going to be on Thursday. So yeah, that's like Outrider said, they alternate per day. And that's how you get that shit. So that's all the resets for this week. Tell me, lady and gentlemen, when you are ready, and we can at least do something. I'm down with just getting that seal out of the way, and then from there we can figure out what we're going to do. I'm going to check the rosters again, see if I can pull 2 people in here. Bacon is not responding to our calls for stuff, so can't send him anything. Yeah, I don't think I got anyone really that I can definitely say will join us. Nuke's not in a party anymore. They're doing a final assault. Well, let's do a final assault, and hopefully there'll be more people on. So I'm going to go to orbit. Shoot. Alright, TC's joined me. So, Argoine, are you enjoying everyone making fun of me when it comes to the pork roll / Taylor ham argument? Because I know at least you understand it a bit.
I understand it a little bit, but in my personal opinion, it's food. Who gives a fuck what it's called?
Wow, you know what? I hadn't never thought about it. It's food. Except when you eat Taylor ham. That's shit. Anyway. 901, we got... Why am I at 846? Huh? How did I drop down so far?
Your helmet.
Oh! Because all of a sudden the Marauder's hood went down to 0 defense. Ow! Okay, I was not expecting that to happen. Alright, change the... It's not Halloween anymore, so let's change the way this looks. Can I change the way this one looks? Yes. Yes, I can. Nope. Down. Down, down, down. Food
I'm gonna
tube.
head down to the moon to find rice cakes and feed them to rabbits.
Alright. Well, I'll take Argoine and TC Ice to do events effect. Blah, blah, blah. Events offense.
X offensive.
Yeah, that, whatever.
Taylor Ham.
That is nothing but shit.
Where the hell's Huntmaster? We need him.
It's
It's the official food of the Space Canada Hunters Guild.
Yeah, he made it to fucking. God damn it. Cause he's fucking a Huntmaster. God damn it. He won that title fair and square. What the fuck? But I had some tasty pork roll for dinner. um, shit, I was gonna. Oh, I think it's for Huntmaster. It's girlfriend time today for him, so that's why he's not on.
This is watching hockey.
No, no. Because remember, every night is hockey night in Canada.
Yes, yes it is.
Regardless of where you are or who you're with, it's always hockey night. I'd like to remind everyone our stream is brought to you by our sponsors. Our artist who does our art for our channel. Check out her Facebook page. That's by Shawnee. That's BY space SHAWNI. She also does other cute crafts and stuffed animals. Like her page for updates and also how to get your hands on some of that cute merch. And also by Abomination Brewing Company and make tasty IPA beers. Their Dragon King Soup, Super Hero Pop Tarts approved. They also have a Facebook page. They also throw events throughout the year. So like their page for updates and be sure to drink responsibly.
But where's the fun in that?
We have to do it for reasons.
For reasons.
Yes. For reasons.
Now that our chorus portal is ready, we've got everything we need to draw the Undying Mind out of hiding.
What am I running? Oh, I'm running a well.
Ikora and Zavala have already taken out dozens of copies. Now it's our turn. Let's move.
That's right. That's why I was running the Phoenix Protocol. Whoa. Someone's using the death toaster.
I can't believe they turned those into quests.
Turned what in the quests? Oh,
to get the Jotun and the Lamar.
Yeah.
Instead of just being a random drop in those particular forges.
I guess that makes it easier for you to get them?
I suppose, but if it's bugged, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, true. Oh shit. I need to switch to a machine gun, an auto rifle. Not Randy's.
Shit.
Shooting on an overload Minotaur. Do you think we can four-man the menagerie?
No.
I've done it.
Yes, but you're a monster hunter right now.
Yes.
I don't think I picked up every bounty I could have possibly picked up.
Last time we faced the Undying Mind, the Vex were trying to seal the garden and resurrect the Black Heart, the object of their worship, darkness incarnate. I wonder if that's still the case, or if the pyramid forced a change of priority.
Pyramid power. Oh, Arguine, I picked up the second volume of the Grimoire book, and it has the story of Kay telling the story of when him and the Fallen Baron were surrounded by Hive in it.
Yes. I'm gonna have to pick that up, because I only have the first one still.
Well, I was surprised. I was just driving around. I figured I'd go to where all, introverts usually end up, which is Barnes & Noble. And
right.
basically I was like, just see what manga I might think about picking up. And before I get to the manga section, it's the sci-fi book section. And lo and behold, there's like 4 of them there. I'm like, fuck, I'll pick one up.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and I was reading through it, and yeah, it has, it's all about the Fallen Kingdom. So all stories are generally based around the Fallen. And, basically, that story's in there.
Yes.
And I think when I picked it up, it was my, my Deadlands game week. And one of the girls the girl that plays with us, along with her boyfriend, of course they're big, Nathan Fillion fans, and I go, and I've brought up, Destiny, because I've used the actual Forsaken card deck that you got for, pre-ordering Forsaken.
Yeah.
As my deck that I used to play the game, and I explained, what all the characters were. I said, here, read the story, but read it in Nathan Fillion's voice. So
Perfect.
she says all you had to do is say it was Nathan Fillion, and I'd pretty much already, that's the way he was, I heard. It's like, yeah, he's kind of like, what?
That's right. Arkwing has an unhealthy obsession with Kate 6.
Yes.
I wondered why you were specifically talking to her about that.
She's
It's
not.
not an unhealthy one.
So
I'd
when
say it's within reason.
yeah, well, you know, she can't wait to get her new Hunter
Within
Vanguard
reason, what,
Prince
what
Emo.
was it, 50 to 100 feet away at all times? Is that within reason?
No.
Nathan Fillion's like, no, you cannot call yourself Mrs. Kate Six Fillion. No.
No, I'm not going to wrap myself in tin foil and put a horn on. No.
No, I'm not going to cover myself in ramen and go, come on, to slurp me up.
Raymond?
Ramen.
Ramen.
Raymond, who's Raymond? Is this something you should tell us about?
I got very confused.
Not the only one.
Well, you know, I mean, Arguine keeps telling me she can't wait till she has her new Hunter Vanguard Prince Emo. Her favorite character. And in Arguine's defense, she's not the only one with a very unhealthy obsession with Kate Six. There is an artist that I follow on Twitter, and she's a very good artist. Victoria D. She also does like some like art for various like card games and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But she has a big lady boner for Kate Six. And when I say lady boner, there's some art that I've seen that she's done. That yeah. You know, the only thing that, you know, is missing is, like, actually, you know, drenching him in chocolate.
Then that would mess up the gears.
Mess up the gears.
Yeah, you just take it through a car wash.
Oh my god.
Kate, is that oil based? No, well, it's WD-40. I mean,
Don't worry, I make sure I change my oil every 6,000 miles.
There are hundreds, maybe thousands of copies of the Undying Mind lurking in the network. The only way we'll put an end to the Vex incursions on the moon is by destroying every last one. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. This fight is just step one.
Yeah, but yeah, she is a very big fan. Arguine is our fangirl for Cade 6. And this artist is a very big fangirl too.
fangirl, stalker, potato.
I'm gonna say I'm not a yandere.
No, that's no, that usually ends up with someone's death. So
Probably mine if I keep going down this path.
no, the death of the object of affection. No, that's how a yandere works.
I mean, technically he's already dead. I didn't cause it.
No, you didn't. No, you did not.
Yes, but he's made out of metal, so his robo phone. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
Well, we found out in the cutscene for Forsaken in the beginning that his horn is very, very strong. Oh God! I just, you know what? Now I'm starting to picture
the viewership for a minute.
I'm just. Well, Nathan Fillion would have kept going with Cade, but Microsoft was a bunch of dicks, so...
Like usual.
Yep.
What was Microsoft a bunch of dicks for?
Because he would have kept doing the voice, but he was going to do a voice for the new Halo game. And they're like, well, you can't do the voice for the Destiny 2 because you're under contract with us. So
no, he turned down Destiny 2's offer for Forsaken because there were so few lines.
So few lines?
Yes,
there's a shit ton of lines.
There's not enough for him to do it. They didn't want to pay his rate. And
alright, well, that's the first time I heard that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I understand happened. You know, him saying, "Oh, well, I couldn't get out of this." That's kind of partially bullshit. Because Microsoft wasn't holding him hostage to do that. That was
I
the
wouldn't
case.
put that past. I wouldn't put that
But
past
he was already
Microsoft.
doing voices for Halo. He was already doing voices for Halo, the other Halo games. So that's not an issue for him to do multiple different franchises. He was getting killed off. He wasn't taking the bit when he was going to die.
Oh my God! There's a shit ton of things here. Oh boy.
Right. I can't believe it. We have a separate TV in the house, and that TV is newer, and not even the same make and model as my current TV. And my baby has that TV's remote, and it's causing things to happen on my TV. What?
I think she also knows the word pork roll, and that Taylor ham is shit.
No. I'm keeping her pure and out of that conflict.
That's a New Jersey
involved.
thing. Yeah, it's a New Jersey thing. You know, you don't need to get involved. Well down here on me. Oh wow, I can shoot through it. God damn it. We almost had it. Oh, look at that. It's got like a sliver. Ah! Oh, it gets ad heavy. I have noticed that on this mode. It's very ad heavy.
We're on like the third damage phase for him.
Third damage phase. We almost had him in the second damage phase. He's got like a sliver of life.
Yeah, the third damage phase ramps up the amount of ads.
Yeah, as soon as we brought down his shield, we killed him. Hey, final assault! Yay!
That's one Undying Mind down, but there are still a great many more left to go.
Go into my triumphs.
For us, we're not alone in this fight.
Final assault. Undying. Go to it. View the contents. Claim. Equip. Check out my new title. Everyone's in their menus. Everyone, even the blueberries. Witness me. Jedi player said he did like the Cade 6 quest. Are you talking about his Last Will and Testament? And Parp-Tarts, don't tell me with the pigs. I don't get what you mean by that, Jedi Polaris. All right. No, I don't want to go back in! Ah! Fuck you, Jedi players, and how I love Taylor Ham. Go, just go fuck yourself. The thing is, I can't yell at him too much because he won that right.
But he's not wrong either, so...
No, he's completely 100% wrong. But he won the right to say that I love Taylor Ham. You tempted me. I didn't tempt you with nothing. Jedi Polaris, I don't know if you're available to play, but if you are, we could try to 5-man the Heroic Menagerie. I'm pretty sure we could do that. 5-man it.
Yeah, I don't know if 4-manning it would be, we would do it on DPS. That's like the issue I'm having. And I'm afraid that if we might fail the event.
Oh, Chop's watching. Chop! Is there any chance you could get your hands on the TV tonight?
He's watching hockey.
No, actually, Chopper does not watch hockey.
It's in his blood.
No, it's
He has to. It's like you're from Jersey. You have to eat Taylor ham.
No, we don't eat Taylor fucking ham. Oh, God. You, sir, did not earn the right. Jedi Polaris. Well, also supposedly, but in my DNA, I'm supposed to have a Pontiac Thunderbird too, and I don't have.
Sorry, you're more of an El Camino type Pop-Tarts. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? I wouldn't mind having El Camino.
I remember.
Oh my God! I just fucking. I'm not doing myself any good, am I?
No, you're not.
Probably not.
Do you have a mullet, Pop-Tarts? Do we need to know
No.
this?
Hey, mullets! I'm pretty sure TCI pretty sure TCI say, mullets are universal. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of mullets in Kentucky.
You leave him out of this, man.
Oh, hey! Remember, we're Space Canada TV. We're friendly family here.
Are we?
Yes, we are. Always have been. Always will be.
I believe that to be a lie.
You can't spell fun in Space Canada without an F-U, right?
Well, at the rate that I drop the F-bombs, yeah. Well, actually, I should say at the rate that me and Alucard usually drop the F-bombs. That's just me cursing and yeah. No, but you have a point though. There's nothing that's not a curse word that's not... Everything that's coming out of my mouth and those are pretty much curse words. Some kind of variation of the F word.
And the word dragon mixed in there.
Yeah, dragon. Even Quentin Tarantino's like, damn, I couldn't even think of that many combinations. Just because you're not from New Jersey. We're good at that. Chop's actually feeling sick. A case of listeria.
Ew.
Actually at his job. Oh shit. What the hell is listeria? Ow. I take it spreads like wildfire.
It can.
Holy shit. So all those things where they have the things that say wash your hands and stuff at grocery stores and stuff is not there just because shits and giggles.
Yeah. It's because they also need to cover their ass if they don't have their signs up. OSHA could fine them.
Or people can get sick.
More importantly, they're more concerned about the fines most times.
Yes, but also people getting sick goes with those fines. Probably. Oh wow! Sorry to hear that, Chop. Last was it yesterday? No, Sunday. Chop. It's hysteria about the opposite, is what Chop is saying in the chat. Sunday, me, Alucard, Insane Elite. We actually, after you left Outrider, we beat Behemoth.
Sure.
And we had 0 feints.
No, I just had to go because it was almost
I
time.
know. I'm just saying. I know it was your time but I'm just saying it was after you left. The next one we did, we actually beat him. So I have a Moogle. Because that's so you get to make the Moogle armor set for your Palico. And then Sainsley, hey, let's do the tempered version. And like even Alucard was like, no. And for Alucard to say no, that's gotta say a lot.
No, the regular version's a big pain in the ass to begin with.
But if you do the tempered version, you can make the layered armor set of the Behemoth armor. I was able to make the chest piece though for my hunter, which was really cool fucking armor piece. She looks badass in it. Oh, by the way, Outrider, did you get to see Last Jedi yet?
Yes.
And?
Well, I actually be more interested in hearing what other people's complaints are about it.
All right, who has seen it? I have seen it.
I haven't.
You haven't? Okay, well, we're not going to spoil too much for you, trust us.
No, I'm okay with spoilers, that's the thing.
Okay, you're okay with spoilers? All right, have you seen it, TC Ice? All right. Boy, talk about a steaming pile of burning shit. That was The Last Jedi.
No. I'm going to ask because I want to hear what you thought was wrong. Be very specific.
Be very specific. Okay.
Be very specific.
We all know that The Force Awakens was basically just The New Hope with different set dressing. Okay. And of course, it left off with the sort of a cliffhanger with Rey going to the island or the planet where Luke's at. And we all know, and it's not much of a spoiler, that Luke throws this thing up here. Luke Skywalker as a character, simply got destroyed. I think it just didn't make any sense. Everything that Poe Dameron supposedly had an arc in the movie. I'm just trying to think. So his arc was basically to blindly follow your superiors and not ask questions. The hook for me for the whole new thing, which was Finn, he just went backwards, like big time. Where near the end, he faces Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens, and he tries to fight for something. Now he's even a bigger coward and trying to run even twice as fast away from everything. Poe just basically got made fun of by everyone. Leia having, we know she's, supposedly has tied to the Force, but seeing her do the Mary Poppins routine was kind of like weird and kind of made no sense. Snoke obviously was he was a MacGuffin. There was no reason for him to even be in the movie. They just sort of like, boy, that was a waste of a character. Talk about a red herring. Trying to think, because I'm trying to block it from my mind because it's just a steaming pile of shit.
So, all right, hold on. Let me just summarize, and let me see if I can summarize this in a way if you agree with my summary.
All right.
Basically, you didn't like the movie because it took the established Star Wars formula and threw it in the garbage.
The established Star Wars thing as in how?
Well, as in how they would normally tell a story, how they would normally present the characters, how even supporting characters would progress in a very specific manner that they would keep getting more and more heroic over time.
Like an arc.
No, not like an arc, but I'm just saying the established status quo for Star Wars.
No, because they could have told a good story and not have done on the status quo, but they didn't tell a good story.
Okay. See, I completely disagree with you. I actually thought it was a very good movie.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
Go give me a reason why you think it's a good movie.
Because it throws out all the established Star Wars bullshit tropes. If you remember what I said about The Force Awakens, the reason I did not like that at all is because it took no risks.
Yeah.
It took zero risk. This movie was all risk. By the way, Poe Dameron deserved everything he got in that movie because he was hot-headed and brash and would not listen or even want to know what's going on. Frankly, if they ended up telling him, this is what we're going to do, this is the actual plan, you basically got rid of everything for him to do in the movie. I didn't really care for some of the writing in the film, but I got what they were trying to do with it. There's actually one scene in the movie where it's Kylo Ren, of all people, is not talking to Rey. He's addressing the audience directly when he says, "Let it," Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
After they killed Snoke, he's talking to Rey and he says, "We have to let it die. All of it. The Jedi, the Sith, the light, the dark. It all has to die." He's not addressing Rey. He's telling the audience that we're throwing the book in the garbage and doing our own thing now. The rules
but they ended
changing.
up double downing it at the third act anyway. They say let it die, and they're like, oh no, we're going to go back to it again. So everything I just said was just a bunch of hypocrisy.
How?
Because he basically goes, well, I'm the new commander now. Kill everything. Kill that ship. It basically comes Star Wars again.
No. You are not paying attention to the movie when you're watching it, or at least you're misinterpreting it or interpreting it differently. Because it's not the same that's going on. Because you weren't paying attention to, even though he's trying to flex Kylo Ren at the end and claim leadership, he's not stable enough to claim leadership. And unlike, say, the other Imperial admirals and whatnot, that willingly bends the knee, Hux doesn't. That's why he was getting thrown around. If you watch Hux's body language, he's plotting to murder him. There's going to be an insurrection coming, which is not typical in Star Wars fashion. This movie was very different. I can understand completely why people did not like this film. People really didn't like The Empire Strikes Back either.
Oh, hold on, there's Chop. Let's see here. It's there was a bunch of wasn't paying attention to the chat, so hold on here. It doesn't matter. There's no characters that are interesting in the whole damn movie. None of them.
I don't agree with you again.
Well, we will have to disagree then, sir.
I think your take on Luke Skywalker is you're not looking at it like what his role is actually supposed to be. He's Yoda. He is literally Yoda in this movie. He is the hermit that is living alone in exile, who over time starts getting cranky and crotchety and somewhat crazy, and then has a very bright and chipper, very powerful Force user showing up wanting training, and he doesn't want to do it.
Rey's looking more for doing training. She's been looking for answers since, like, the first movie.
She also is looking for training, because she desperately needs to have some training.
What do you mean? So, she can do everything. She can do everything. And no, I will argue to your point that that is the exact case. She's already mastered everything with zero training.
She has not mastered anything. And
she already can do Jedi fucking mind tricks, dude.
She did not master anything. All she's using is instinctual use. And I can tell you right now, yes, and I can tell you right now, there's a very good explanation as to why she hasn't mastered anything. Because anybody can pick up a fucking lightsaber in this new version of Star Wars. Anybody can wield a lightsaber without zero training.
Well, no, because Han Solo's also used a fucking lightsaber, so that's been the step.
When
he cut the Tauntaun open to make sure that Luke didn't freeze to death?
No. That's slicing open something. I'm talking combat.
Well, supposedly by rumor, like with all the other, with like the comic books and the movies, people supposedly. No. First things first.
You have to stick to the films.
Well,
if it's not the movies, it's not counting here.
No.
You're trying to pull in other things that do not pertain to asking about the movies.
I'm sorry. I have to disagree with everything you're saying, dude. it's just a trash fire, man.
Well, be narrow-minded. I don't really give a shit.
I'm open-minded, dude. I know, and I'm giving you my opinion.
What's up? Okay.
Let's see. If I can stop getting shot, I can read the goddamn chat. This is where I hate Dragon's like, you're not paying attention to chat. There's a reason why I'm not paying attention to chat. I'm being shot at. And I have to set up the OBS and the
I gotta go. Baby hurt herself.
Uh-oh.
No, not the child.
Not the jelly bean. I don't have Disney Plus.
Neither do I. I'm thinking about it.
I got too many streaming services. You did see The Force Awakens, though, right? Used to?
Yeah.
And what did you think of The Force Awakens?
I didn't mind it. I thought it was a pretty good movie.
It was... Yeah, it was like meh to me. Thing on me... I'm actually not paying attention. Oh my fucking god! You've got to be fucking shitting me.
I was gonna say, I liked him when I was a kid.
Oh god, I think I'm older than all of you, so I despise Jar Jar. The first moment he opened his mouth. Oh, you like Jar Jar Binks? Oh my god. No, that's an insult to people who... That's an insult, dude. I'm sorry. Well, that has nothing... That has nothing to do with liking fucking Jar Jar Binks. I'm sorry. Oh my fucking god. No, no, no. Jar Jar Binks is just the devil. He's the devil. I don't have a super yet. Down. Oh, come on, die! Oh.
Another Undying Mind dismantled. But there's still more copies out there. Still more work to do. Let's get to it.
Alright, I'm gonna get us out of here before we start another one. I guess we're probably not going to be able to do that menagerie run. Alright, what did I miss here? See, then again, someone cleaned a bin of habaneros at work with hot water, and the resulting cloud of habanero steam did cause some stuff with my throat. Production kitchen for a grocer. So he works at a grocery store. This explains the habaneros. Treating patient 0 at a time. Thankfully, it's strongly suspected it's not an employee, but I did work the day the product was made, and I'm doing is chilling at home. No, I wish I was there in the chat. Same, wish to hear the music again. Imagine, I hear it's new. Ray just, here we go. Wait a minute, Jedi players, what teaching? See, here's the thing. I think I'm gonna take us to the tower, guys. I believe Rey is a Mary Sue. But you saying that Rey disregarded Luke's teaching afterwards, and all I have to say is, what teaching? He didn't teach her dick. He did like some weird mumbo jumbo shit with, he was like pretending to like take this like big weed thing, and he had her stretch out her hand, and he was like, do you feel the force? He's like, yes, and then he hit her with the thing and saying, basically being a dick to her. And I'm like, he kind of made her like stretch out her feelings where she was feeling, life, death, and stuff, and would show pictures of like, water and things dying and all kinds of things. But it wasn't really that much of a fucking lesson. He didn't do anything. He basically was a dick to her the whole time through. And then she also was a dick the whole time through. And then somehow she beats him in a lightsaber duel. Luke fucking Skywalker. She beats him. So, there's so many fucking rumors he's his daughter. I quite honestly, I don't want her to be related to anyone. She might be a ruined character at this point. There was a chance that all the characters could have been good, but I don't want her to be related to no one. The whole Skywalker saga, and even Lucas said it at the time before he ended up selling to Disney. He said the Skywalker saga was done at, Return of the Jedi. To make her related to anyone, it's almost as if the prequels mean nothing if that's the case, because they're like, it's all revolved around this. It's like the only people from Skywalker's lineage could be fucking Force users. So all those Jedis we saw in the prequels, I guess there was like an Attila Hun from the Skywalkers that fucked everyone, and they're all related. No, There's taking chances, and then there's taking chances and failing spectacularly. And that's just the way I see The Last Jedi. You still there, Argoine?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't help that Rey's personality is boring as fuck.
Yeah.
But for me, the I'm more angry at what they did with Finn. Because I'm a big Stormtrooper fan, and that just hurt. I really wanted to get some like insight. I mean, granted, it's not like the Stormtroopers we knew from episodes 5 through 6, which were kind of like a mixture of whatever clones hadn't died yet, and just general what's the word for it? They use it with like our military when you actually go into the military. There's a term for it.
Drafted?
No, not drafted. That's when the military comes after you.
Oh. Recruited?
Recruit, but there's a different word for it.
Is there a different word for being recruited?
Yeah, well, my friend
Deployed?
my friend was in the Marines, and there's a different word for it because it's how they differentiate between the people who sign up and then officers, because officers come from actual schools. They're granted, you can be enlisted. There you go. That's what I meant. Enlisted. So, with the Stormtroopers from 5 through 6, there were like some men that were actually enlisted, and then the officers would have went to like example, West Point. That's where a lot of military officers, mostly from the Army, come from. There's the one for the Navy in Maryland. I can't remember what it's called, but that's where the officers for the Navy come from. Because there's a big, sort of a weird divide between enlisted men and officers. So, but thank you. There you go. Annapolis. That's where I was looking for. Listen, and it's weird that I have to say this. And Argoine, I'm not singling you out, but you can definitely kick me in the balls if I'm wrong. I call Rey and Mary Sue because she's doing shit that, whether Outrider is correct, and we really won't know until the third movie or not, that she's supposedly doing this all instinctually. If that were the case, Luke would be able to do that, and so would Anakin. But she just seems to be able to pull all this. But when he was a kid, he was doing stuff not knowing it, but he wasn't doing stuff like Jedi mind tricks and throwing like shit tons of boulders up in the air and stuff like that with zero training. Rey has zero training. Luke didn't give her anything. Luke Skywalker basically wanted nothing to do with the Jedi ever again.
Didn't he start training her towards the end of that movie, or like towards the middle of it?
He
Like he started giving her more direction.
No, he not really.
Things.
No, he was.
That is a form of training.
Yeah, for 5 minutes. I'm sorry, that doesn't count as training.
Actually, meditating takes about like a good few hours.
No,
you're completely relaxing the whole body and mind.
The whole scene lasted 5 minutes, and he ended up slapping on the thing, and then she ended up going down what would have been her version. Like, she went down her version of Luke's cave right after that, which showed absolutely nothing. That scene went nowhere. Whether it was supposed to be the fact that she was just unimportant, like how Kylo Ren keeps saying, you're nothing. Your parents were a bunch of bootleggers and they sold you off for booze money. The more I keep thinking about it, and yeah, she may be a Mary Sue, but I just feel so sorry for a lot of these characters. They're just all get short shifted. The only thing that Rey was looking, that I can get from Rey, that she's looking for the most, was answers, not really training. And then probably maybe after she got Luke to agree to one lesson, and that's the thing. She had to pester him for just one lesson. And he was a dick about it even when he gave her that lesson. And it wasn't really that much of a lesson in my eyes, at least. And I felt so sorry for her that she came, and it's get off my fucking lawn, Luke Skywalker is who she ended up meeting. The Jedi text, which we really don't get to see, and they really don't go into, and then supposedly, and a lot of people are having problems with this, is, Yoda does show up as a ghost, and somehow he calls down lightning and destroys everything. And you're like, wait a minute.
I was going to say, but it's also Yoda.
But the thing is, people are saying, wait a minute, if he can do that, why didn't Obi-Wan do anything when he was a Force ghost?
Because Yoda was the strongest. It's that's the easiest explanation. It's Yoda is how old when he actually dies, while everybody else is barely in their 50s, less than 100, I think it is.
Chop goes. Chop, so it's not exactly a Star Wars fan. This is when Outriders goes, but this argument is entertaining. Please, okay, Teeny Outrider. I heard Ewoks are hated more than Jar Jar.
What? The little fuzzy teddy bear things that are murder, that have murder? Is that what we were talking about right now?
Teeny murder bears.
How are they hated?
I don't think they're hated. The people are they facepalm you gotta be kidding me. But I don't think they're hated.
Murder Care Bears.
Yeah, tiny murder Care Bears.
That's exactly what they are. What's not to enjoy about that?
Without the Care Bear stare?
I mean, they have their own with spears and all that. Still.
Jedi goes, I agree with the douche Luke comment, but he did, albeit poorly, try to teach her the history of the Jedi and Sith and the danger of the dark side. I don't know. I only seen it once, and it didn't seem like he was really even giving her a history lesson. He just seemed like he wanted nothing to do with her. But that's because Rey is poorly written to have a plot make a red carpet for her. Everyone's poorly written. It's just not Rey. They're all poorly written. Granted, the first one was written by J.J. Abrams and I think a couple others. The second one was Ryan, what's his name? He wrote the second one. Conscription. I think conscription is different than drafting. Conscription is just it was mostly a term used back in the early 1900s and stuff. It's hey, it's World War I. The Russians, we need men. Hey, we're just going to go to village and take people. And all these boys and stuff and go, here you go, here's a gun, go to the front line, have fun. That's conscription. The government just coming in and taking you and saying, guess what, you're in the army now, have fun. Drafting is different. Drafting is you're in a system. You have a draft number, you're in a lot. This is because my father got drafted into the Vietnam War. And when they draft you, you have a certain time to show up until then, and then after that you then can get arrested and charged with some stuff, but we haven't had a draft since the end of the Vietnam War. So you supposedly we all have selected service numbers. Even you, Argoine. I don't know if they do it anymore, but you know.
No, it's only for the males.
Only for the males, yes.
Yeah, that's still a thing. Females do not automatically get drafted.
Which is weird because, you know, there now can be combat troops. So only males can be
finally
drafted.
Just got that right, like not that long ago.
Well, I know, but still, you would think that if a draft were to happen, and God please, hopefully it never does, you would think that there would be an equal thing of not just men get drafted. I mean,
I was gonna say, have you seen our president? He's getting rid of trans military folk.
Yeah, he's
like that have been in the military for years.
Yeah.
Like
let's not get into politics, okay? Because
I was gonna say that's like one of my
that
main
is a
issues
rabbit
with
hole
that,
we
is that
don't
they're
want.
in the military. Why are you taking them out? That's how I see it. It's like they're willing to put their life on the line. Fucking let them.
Oh,
Simple as that.
unlike the one guy who's actually president. How's those bone spurs, buddy? Oh, what's that? What's that? You're a pussy? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Okay, let's cut it right there. That we don't want to get into politics.
Yep.
It's bad enough. It's bad. And this was regardless of where you were on the spectrum of, I guess, politics. You know. But it's bad enough we were me and Outrider, and hopefully Outrider's not mad at me. But you know, hopefully it was bad enough we got into the whole debate whether the Star Wars films are good or not, and whether Rey is a Mary Sue, which is a big argument. But anyway, so what do you guys need? Because I really don't everything. And I know Argoine's going to say the same thing. Argoine's going to say the
someone's
same
on the
thing
same boat.
as everything. All right, well, guys, I really don't need anything. I mean, the only thing I need is the Wendigo, but I'm not going to tell you guys to do strikes. I mean, you do get a drop. You do get I think it's a tier 1 drop. If we do 3 of them at least, as long as you're the same element. It is a tier 1 drop.
I was gonna say I still need that one weapon. The
Wendigo. Yep. Get your colonies out and hit your void subclass. What, you got the Wendigo? Oh. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with fuck it. No, let's go with Tropic Pool.
I was gonna say, eventually can we make our way into killing what the fuck is this witch's name? Some Death Singer?
Death Singer?
I have to fight my way into the depths of the Circle of Bones, survive the array, and defeat the Death Singer.
Oh, for the rocket launcher.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, I think I might be the only one to be able to help you with that unless TC's at the same part. And, I better go to Zavala and pick up some bounties.
I still need to find my colony.
And I gotta find that too.
Are you ready?
Oh, no, I already got bounties. I'll take another
Very good.
bonus bounty. I haven't finished off the callus for the colony yet.
That is a very weak colony. Fuck. Elections.
Let's see, we'll put the truth back in. I don't need it. Someone mentioned Aldrin's name.
Yeah, bitch.
I think it was Lord Shax.
They're a bunch of bitches.
Some people think that Uldren's actually an interesting character. I know. You're like.
Nah, he's just a whiny little emo bitch. No.
You have read his lore, though. It's.
It's interesting, don't get me wrong on that. It's just, ugh.
You gotta feel bad for him a bit.
Life sucks.
But he ended up getting the most. The one ghost that everyone loves because he's got such a lovable, carefree attitude, and it's his ghost, and that's pulled pork.
He does not deserve that ghost.
Well, you remember his mind's wiped. He's got no memory of who the fuck he was.
I know. Like, he's still a bitch.
Except that he's an awoken, and that's about it. And then whatever pulled pork tells him is like, hey, you're my guardian now, and that's big. There's a big ball over on Earth that, fought the darkness, and, you're here to fight against the darkness, and...
A few other things in the strike playlist.
Welcome, viewers. Welcome. Welcome to Space Cannon TV. We're going to go into the strike list to get a powerful drop. And then we're going to help Argoween with... Well, I think I'll be the only one that can help Argoween with... we could also do a Nightfall. That actually would help both of you out. And if you take the Nightfall ordeal from Hawthorne, you'll get a second drop. But help Argoween get the... Because I've actually only used it once, because it's not... The Deathbringer rocket launcher. Tell me when you guys are ready. I am ready. I've got my colony on. I think I'm at 69%. Actually, no. I actually finished the catalyst with this, and I didn't even know it. Huh.
My sister told me there's some kind of shard from the cryptoarchaeology is like agriculture. We work slowly, hoping our efforts bear fruit.
Nah, don't me no likey. Me no likey. I like that one. Boom. Okay, so I got 2 hunters, and then we've got the Warlock Master Race, so...
I just see someone's name over by test, but their name is Lord Saladass.
Lord Salad. With 3 S's so he can get through the sensors.
Glorious.
On my cell phone, I took I downloaded a picture. It's a Titan. All right, hold on. I'm just texting Outrider. Okay, so, oh yeah, the picture of the... That was interesting. Okay, so I think I know what I need to do with this computer. I've been having problems with my PC, as it likes to turn itself on and off, and I think I might know what's wrong with it now. Though it still doesn't make sense. Tell me when you guys are ready again.
I should be good.
TC? TC? Yeah, it's a Titan. Yeah, it's a picture of a Titan someone took from a distance, and the guy's name is Me Titan, Me Have Big Brain.
I mean,
Me punch things. Some crazy stuff. I should post that in the group. I've been meaning to post it. I just keep forgetting. You know, we should say let's start a conversation since we were on the whole thing of movies. What's the last movie you guys actually watched in the movie theaters? In the movie theaters, not like the last movie you actually saw, but the last movie you saw in the movie theaters.
crap. I'm trying to. What the fuck?
That doesn't sound good. Because you're like, shit.
No,
I'm
I
trying
got
to
disconnected.
Oh, I got Current. That's a new one. Current?
Game.
I was going to say, oh shit, if you had to think what's the last movie you saw, that's bad.
I was gonna say, I already have a bad memory, but I think the last movie I saw in theaters was the new Rambo movie, Last Blood.
Last Blood? Damn. We'll discuss, but first let's see if what we all had. What did you see, TC, that you can remember?
That's the last one I saw.
Aquaman. What was the last movie I saw? Now I gotta think. What came out this year? I know I did see. I think the last one I saw was Avengers. That was the last one I saw.
Last movie I've seen. I'm trying to remember now.
In the actual movie theaters, I think that is the last one I seen.
That's what I'm trying to see.
Excuse me. Oh, you know what? I think we should get into the strike list. Or we'll try to get into the strike list as long as we don't get error messaged again.
Hopefully not.
After listening to the Last Jedi conversation, I think the main conflict of interest is how they treated the Star Wars franchise. This is Jedi Polaris in the chat. Half saying it disrespected the franchise, and the other half saying it took the necessary risks and subversion. I think the last movie he had saw was Spider-Man Far From Home, and that was in the theaters, Jedi Polaris? Yeah,
It's Joker that I saw last.
that's actually a little bit. That's a little bit closer than whatchamacallit, the last Rambo movie.
Is it?
Yeah, because that came out like last month. I think Rambo came out the month before, or at least a month before the Joker. Oh fuck no, we're not doing this. No. No, not that one. Yeah, Jedi Polaris, the last movie he saw was Spider-Man Far From Home. I wanted to see Spider-Man Far From Home. I didn't, though.
Oh yeah, I guess it was Joker.
So we all saw movies that the other didn't see, so we can't actually discuss those movies. I heard though, well, I'll go with TC at least. I heard Aquaman was pretty good. I heard it.
I haven't seen it.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but Flash Gordon from the '80s. They basically, a lot of people said it had that Flash Gordon vibe for Aquaman. So, yeah, I heard it was pretty good. Rambo, I heard was a piece of shit.
I didn't think it was a very necessary movie, to be honest, because I thought they finished the franchise.
So for you, it just seemed like that movie no one asked for?
Pretty much. Like, I didn't even know that was an actual thing until my friend told me about it, and he was like, who wants to go see it with us? And I was like, fuck it, I'll go.
Fuck it, I'll go.
That's pretty much how it goes.
That sounds like a very MST3K way of seeing a movie. Well, that's like, people like saying the Charlie's Angel movie that came out, which bombed.
What?
Yeah, this weekend, last Friday, it came out. New Charlie's Angel movie. Well, you're not the only one that's surprised it came out, because a lot of people are actually saying that they didn't know it was coming out. I actually knew they were making a new Charlie's Angel movie. I just didn't know when it was coming
That's how I
out.
felt about the Rambo movie.
Oh, the Rambo movie?
I didn't even know that was, like, a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing until either. I mean, all these movies that are coming out that people didn't know were coming out, and like you said, it was unnecessary. You thought they were done.
Yeah, it was still a good movie, don't get me wrong. It was just that, story-wise, it wasn't really necessary.
I don't know. I have no desire to... I stopped at Rambo 2. That was it. I didn't see any of the Rambos after that. Because there really was no reason to. And that's like, what was it? In the original First Blood, the actual book, he dies. But I heard Aquaman was fun. I mean, it did make it made $1 billion.
The geometric data
Okay.
it's subtly shifting. Like
Okay.
trying to decide on a version it likes.
In the forest, time itself is in flux.
Well, you know. Yeah, well.
You're showing up on the tracker. Good to see both of you again.
Yeah, never mind. That is a whole different, conversation of, gee, sure, packages may look really good, but sometimes inside the package is just nothing but shit. Boy, we're getting really introspective here. Again, it's called pork roll, not tailored ham. Okay, there we go. We're getting back there. Getting back to our usual here. Thank you. Hey, no, it's pork roll, not sausage.
Food is food. I swear to God.
See, Argui just said fuck it. I'm just like calling it food and like.
That's all I see as. It's food.
It's like that scene.
Explain.
It's like that scene in Demolition Man where he goes into the sewers. And it's like, oh god, that looks like a burger. I really go for a burger now. Gets the burger. It's like, what's this? No, this is great. What's this made out of? Rat burgers? He's like, fuck it, give me the beer.
Yeah. As long as it tastes good, I don't give a shit.
It's meat. After Taco Bell, I mean, this is like a huge step in the right direction. Or at least their version.
Taco Bell is still
Their
like
version
this.
of Taco Bell, though. Their version of Taco Bell. That didn't even look like an appetizer. But still, the most important, though, part of that movie is, how do you use the seashells? I mean, that's what it all comes down to. It wasn't all this, you know, pop culture mess or something. It was all, the real part of that whole movie really was, how do you use the 3 seashells? Great, for some reason now I got the Oscar Mayer Wiener theme song stuck in my head.
I say they're not even real meat. Oscar Mayer.
Oscar Mayer?
Yeah, that thing is filled with so many preservatives. I'm surprised there even is a qualification for meat on that.
Just like you said, Argoween, it's food.
I know. That's why I'll still eat it. Pretty much.
That's like when I tried to, you know, well, I know Argoween knows what this is, but I love me Scrapple.
Yeah.
And that,
Scrapple's like like you have to be in the mood for it.
yeah, you do. You have to be in the mood. It's not like
any time before that, it's just like this is the worst thing in the world.
no, it's not the worst thing in the world. But just again, you still have to be in the
I mean,
mood
if you're
to want
not
to eat
craving
it.
that, be like, it's the worst thing in the world.
No, it isn't. I consider Scrapple to be food of the gods.
No. No, that'd be pulled pork.
Wow, you guys are getting heavy. I'm not getting heavy, and supposedly heavyweight is one of the modifiers.
Is it?
Yeah. All right, I know you're in here. Come on out. Ow. Go away. Hey, got heavy. Yay. Jedi Polaris said he would kill for a good burger, lobster, or a shrimp pad thai. Whatever the hell that is.
I was gonna say, what is that? I hear shrimp. I know what that is.
Pad, P-A-D, and then Thai, T-H-A-I?
Pie? What? What kind of crazy thing is that?
Chinese, Thai food? Okay.
Okay, I kind of know what that is.
Problem is, I can't have shrimp. I can't, because of health. My health. One of the things I can't eat anymore. No, I can have bacon.
You're gonna need it for that wreck.
Ah, I see, Argoween, you got the broomstick.
I don't know what you're talking about. Shh.
No, I have a broomstick. What are you talking about?
Oh my goodness, that was hilarious.
So welcome to the Space Canada Witches Coven. Just because I can. And I'm going to die for it.
Yep, that's how I felt. It was worth it.
Yay! I'm dead. What are you gasping for? That we don't know the food, Jedi players, or the fact that I can't eat it?
I'm saying mixture of both.
If I can't eat it, I can't eat it. Doctor says I can't eat it, so...
You're headed straight for him. He's caught in a window in time.
I can't have coffee. But then again, I'm not allowed to have coffee. Even from my friends are like, nope, you're not having coffee. Because it makes me into an ultimate asshole.
I did not want to go this way.
That's like yesterday we went to have Chinese. It was my friend's wife's birthday. And I ordered shredded beef with garlic. And it came with onions. And then my friend's wife said, wait, did you make sure to tell them they didn't not to have any onions on it? Because I have allergies to onions, so...
I feel like asking like what you can eat would be a shorter list.
That's... about it? Oh no, the brick fell down! You fucker. God damn it.
Where's that brick?
I had a brick that fell over the side. Hey, I got a brick. Oh, I got 2 bricks. Nice. Too bad this is not a strike to rack up the kills on. I got my super.
So, where's this Valus?
Wait for it.
The Vex
Oh,
security grid.
bitch.
They see you in the Cabal as invaders. Relax. It worked out fine.
Relax, don't do it. Do.
We've activated more lasers.
Oh, you automatically went immune right off the bat.
It's really not.
Wow, that was a lot of orbs.
Cyrus would send his thanks, but he's already knee-deep in another simulation.
Of course he is. We know the way out. Try not to glitch any more Cabal into existence.
Let's see, how many stuff did I get out of that? I still need 294 more multi-kills. And
Look at mine.
1,450 3 final blows. I.e., it'll take forever.
366. 363 out of 500 for multi kills, and I need about 280 more final blows.
Damn, you're way closer than I am.
Yeah. I was also using Fighting the Lightning before, because I have another bounty that I have to use. What is it? A machine gun.
Oh, machine gun? So you probably want to go, with it being void, you definitely want to go hammerhead.
Yeah. Might go back to that. Do I have Fighting the Lightning?
You know what? I'm going to try out this Randy's throwing knife. And get rid of my Ceros regime. I don't need it. Go in my collections and get the Vow out, because that's another thing I have to finish. Getting the goddamn Callus for that. For what I understand, it will take forever. Actually, it's an energy weapon.
I'm at 48% with the rose.
40% with the rose. What do you need from that kills?
Weapon hold. Complete activities throughout the solar system with rose equipped. Finding a fire team with other rose wielders grants the most effective progress.
You should have told me that. I can get a rose out of my collections.
Yes, please, because I was at 45 before, and I'm only at 48.
I believe that's a primary, correct?
Yes.
Alright, I have one on.
Usually for an operation like this, Zavala provides logistical support. But it sounds like it's just us this time around.
Oh, what a jumpy gun this thing is.
We need to get further into the base. If I can access
I mean, we don't have to get kills with it.
Oh, I know that, but the other gun I got equipped is a Freddy on me. Well, why am I using a Freddy? I should be using the... Oh, that's right, because it's got disgusting range on it.
Come on, how bad for one little alarm be?
very bad.
Oh, I forgot about that. It's a single shot.
You know what movie I saw that I thought was going to be absolute shit, and I thought it was hilarious and it was a pretty good movie? Venom.
I was gonna say, I actually enjoyed it.
No, the thing is, I had no desire to see it, and I watched it with my friend. I was like, this ain't too bad. Except I want a version where Tom Hardy is talking to himself and no one's answering.
Oh, where Venom is just like flat out ignoring him?
No, he's talking. Just looks like he's talking to himself. I was like, you don't hear Venom's voice at all, except when Venom's out. I would find that hilarious, especially when, from what I understand, is on set, Tom Hardy had an earpiece in his ear, so he was basically acting against someone who was reading off the lines. Which is actually kind of cool when you come to think about it. Because I can. I didn't need to shoot the ship out of the sky. I just needed to do it.
Wasn't that an achievement like a long time ago? Or like a triumph?
For the Nightfall, I think it was killing, what's his name without killing the ship.
Usually like to be found.
This guy's no ordinary space rhino. His weapons ain't half bad either.
Those weapons have snuffed out too many good people.
Oh, don't get me wrong. He'll still deserve whatever this fire team gives him. They always do.
Gesundheit?
I found out that the voice actress who does Hawthorne's voice is the female voice for the boss for Saints Row 4, and I love her even more.
All in their weird ship names.
I just love her as a voice actress.
Yeah, that one. Zahn moved in after you put Primos out to pasture. He's in their
Need to get my motorcycle.
Hey, one of ours, I need.
Amanda Holiday was able to scrounge one up. Try to
Oh
keep
yeah! Oh yeah!
Guardian down.
I don't think we need that ship. Don't think we need this ship here with us either. Or that one.
Oh. Oh, wait.
I don't know if you guys can sit on it while I drive.
Shh, shh.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, you might want to go up front there,
Wait.
TC. Arguin's in the sweet spot, it seems.
No!
Now I'm running him over.
There we go.
Who brings a tank to a tank fight?
Zahn can't be far now.
Eh,
Someone with a tank.
someone with a tank.
turns. I'm talking really.
Don't mess with them. They need to stay focused.
Remember that elevator? Looks like we have to bring it
Goodbye.
down. There's a tank here.
Okay, well, there are many levels to be.
Oh, come on. Another one?
Don't worry, we got one too. Ah! Come on! You can make it! You can
I
make
was gonna
it!
say, at least let us get up front, so that way we don't get stuck. Alright, take two.
Come on! Come on! You can get there, Tanky! You can do it! You can do it! Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
At
Maybe-
one point, the tank was actually sinking into the ground. And now the wheels are just spinning.
Because I'm trying to get in there. Come on! I can't get out! Oh, it spit me out. No, Tanky! Too much pork roll there, Tanky. Too much pork roll.
Zahn is here.
And the flamethrower. Is he using the flamethrower?
I swear, though, Rose jumps a lot, but it sure does pump out a lot of shots quick. Tanky! Tanky would have loved this firefight if Tanky could be here. I have no heavy ammo. Now I have heavy ammo.
Oh my god, I just need 98 more multi-kills.
For the Wendigo?
Mm-hmm. Gonna take forever.
Yeah. But it's the only weapon that I need to get.
Now we've got you, Zahn. In a place you know better than us. But that won't stop us. Let's get him.
Got a tether on him?
Not yet.
Might want to hit one.
Oh, I have it. Yay.
Got him.
Without Zahn, the Red Legion will be back to throwing rocks before too long. Great work.
You ever been hit with a rock? Don't joke about that. I'm serious.
Of course you do. I like to think that Eris and Kate Six had a torrid love affair. Any thoughts on that, Argween?
I mean, it's a possibility.
Would you ship them?
No, I'd ship him with Amanda.
Amanda. I still, to this day, remember when it was pointed out to me, and then I pointed it out to you, the fact that she has a prosthetic lower leg.
Yeah.
And we hadn't realized that she had one.
In like the longest time.
Yeah. And she had it from one onward, and none of us noticed it at all until it was pointed out. I was like, what? Really? I got another bounty done. Let's see here. Wow, I went from 204 multi-kills to 216 multi-kills. I don't know how many final blows I had, but I have 481, so I'm not even a third of the way with final blows. Yeah, keep them coming. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Let's see here. Jenna Polaris was talking about that shrimp pad thai. It is a wonderful Asian udon noodle dish with shrimp, a spicy peanut butter sauce, tofu, green onion. Well, that already kills me, and egg whites. Because
Oh yeah, onions.
yeah. Unless I would, have an EpiPen, it's pretty much going to. Even if I have an EpiPen, that just keeps me from it killing me.
Stop him before he completes his ritual.
So, like, what is it inside of an onion that you're allergic to?
The onion itself. Just. There's a word for it too. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know it got that bad before. I just didn't like onions. So, just didn't have onions or eat onions. And then accidentally, I think it was, hey, Outrider's back on the party.
Hey, Outrider!
What was it? I had Wendy's, and I asked them no onions. They accidentally kept the onions on. And when I was eating the burger, I was like, what is this crunch? And it was the onion. I was like, ugh, I'm not going to eat. I took the onion off and just ate the rest of the burger. Except then my eyes started to puff up, and my lips started to tingle, and my tongue made it a little hard to talk, and I found out I'm allergic to onions now. Fun. How's the little one?
Outrider!
Baby took revenge spell wiper.
Guardian down.
Got you, Ice.
Anna, are you seeing these readings? They're coming from those crystals.
It's some kind of solidified
I'll take that heavy, thank you.
You need to get rid of those things fast.
Nobody can hear me.
Yeah, now we can.
There we
now,
go.
no, we could not hear you. We're like, how's the jelly bean? And
Yeah, I was talking actually for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
What I said was I had it muted. What I said was the little one was running in her room and went ass over head and smashed the back of her head into the floor.
Ooh.
She tripped. She's got a goose egg back there. So, babies will trip and fall as they're just, really walking, running, getting their balance and whatnot. It's normal. Our pediatrician told us a long time ago that there are certain markers to look for. Are her eyes not dilating properly? Are they unable to hold down any kind of liquid or anything after an incident like that? The personalities start acting, they start behaving in a weird way. If any of those things checked off for us, we would have been at the hospital.
Yeah.
Fortunately, her eyes are dilating just fine. She is not behaving any differently, and she sucked down a bottle and managed to hold it, so she's okay. She just has a goose egg, and she hates having a cold compress, even though it's shaped like a penguin in a Santa Claus hat stuck on the back of her head for any length of time. She doesn't like the cold.
Okay.
I was gonna say, she's a woman.
No, my wife likes the cold.
Ain't no woman like the cold.
I don't understand. I think my wife's half penguin, to be honest with you. I'm sorry for the abruptness, and let me put you at ease here. Our conversation did not irritate or anger me in any way.
Okay.
This was borderline how I normally talk with my friends.
Okay.
When we were discussing movies, it does get a little heated, but there's no hard
Yeah.
feeling.
No, there's no hard
And
feelings
this
here
was
either.
This is nothing like actually defending an argument about a piece of media to some egghead PhD that has years of experience. This is nothing. This is absolutely nothing. And this little talk, is nothing like this one debate that's still going on between myself and a few of my friends. What was the better movie? Spider-Man 3 or X-Men: The Last Stand?
Oh God!
That hasn't been settled yet.
Oh,
And
that
it's
doesn't
never
sound like
gonna
that anyone wins though.
No, nobody wins. We already know this.
That
Nobody
is
wins.
definitely a no-no.
No. This debate is the Kobayashi Maru of movie debates.
Well, it's got
This is the no-win situation.
Ian McKellen in it. I mean, even that's not a win.
It's like I said, it's the unwinnable situation. But no, there's nothing to it. If anything, whenever I even try to apply any of my background when talking about things,
Jedi Polaris actually was weighing in on it, but when I was getting shot at the time, so I can give his thoughts. No, he's not, he's giving you, his honest, how he sees it, and how he was seeing the argument. Chopra thought it was entertaining.
The only thing I would ask is, just, nobody has to agree with everybody.
No.
Just try to let the other person fully explain their position before cutting them off.
Yeah. Well, I might have been doing that, and I'm sorry about that.
Because I tried to explain a couple of things as to why, and I just got, no, it's a terrible movie, and we're going to disagree right here. And I was like,
here's the
but just hear me out.
Here's the weird thing, because after you left, me, TC, and Argo, we were talking about it. It's the way the movie to me is like none of the characters are. All the characters got short shift in my opinion.
No, I agree. No, I agree with you. I think the entire journey to the casino planet was pointless. But if they didn't do that, Finn wouldn't have anything to do.
Yeah, well, Rose and Finn wouldn't have anything to do.
Well, in the Finn side mission, Poe, if he didn't decide to commit mutiny more than once, wouldn't have anything to do in the movie either. I think how they handled it was poor altogether, but I actually enjoyed the overall package.
I did not enjoy the overall package.
Well, that's fine. You don't have to. I'm curious to see what's going to happen on December 20th.
I'm still going to see the last one. I got to see how it ends. I've already put, enough time in to see 2 movies. Why not see the third one? Of course, I'm going for, I just want to see where this steaming train wreck ends up exploding, but,
Stop him now and save Mars.
Well, it's put JJ back on the helm, so my hope for it is kind of dwindling. If I could, put my food comparison again with the movies so far, let's see. The Force Awakens is a McDonald's cheeseburger.
Just a cheeseburger?
Just a plain McDonald's cheeseburger. It is put together, and it's unsatisfying, but it has a huge marketing budget behind it. And a lot of people buy it for some ungodly reason. I thought the Last Jedi was more like going to Red Robin. It looks bigger. It's a little bit better than a McDonald's cheeseburger, but,
It's just a cheeseburger with the extra stuff on it.
Exactly. So I'm afraid that the next one's going to go back to being McDonald's cheeseburger level. And I should come up with an entire scale of movie ratings based on hamburgers, I guess.
I think this is a question only you would be able to answer, because TC had asked me and Argoine. Did you see The Mandalorian?
Yes, I've actually watched the first 2 episodes.
All right, so you guys can, talk. I heard it's meh-ish.
No, I found it meh. There's 3 things with this TV show that why I'm saying meh after 2 episodes. Number 1, you really need to see the whole series to get a good, deep breath of the entire story they're trying to tell. So I can't give a complete answer yet as to what I thought of the entirety of it. That's just how I process things. Number 2, I really enjoyed it when it was serious. I really enjoyed the more serious parts of it. This is a bounty hunter doing bounty hunter stuff. I like that. What was the thing that throws me off is where they start interjecting humor, when they have the cute Yoda baby, and when you have needless attacks by wild animals. In the first 2 episodes, there's a couple of those. It's just mostly to flex your CGI budget. Notice I'm not saying anything about how the actual show is shot, because it is so beautiful to look at. It's like watching a movie non-stop. And I was very impressed with it. The budget's got to be enormous for this TV show. I'm going to guess around $200 million to do all this season. I can't give a, I love it or hate it, because I haven't seen the entirety of it yet. I want to see where it's going to go. It's pulling a lot from, the westerns, from the 1940s, 1950s, 1960s, the themes, the aesthetics, everything. But then they put in the kiddie bullshit. And I'm going, stop it. It's supposed to be serious. This is why Disney can't do a Boba Fett movie. Because they would make it funny. It wouldn't be Boba Fett. It'd be Kramer from Seinfeld in a
Kramer.
I like the comparison.
I didn't like.
PC, if you're enjoying the hell out of it, I'm glad you're enjoying the hell out of it. I'm not taking that away from you. I just want to see more of it before I can go, no, this is worth watching, no, this isn't worth watching. For the visuals alone, I'm just going to say the very first episode, I was in awe of just the cinematography.
Oh my god, what'd you guys do?
I have 10 seconds, calm down.
I want to see more of the Mandalorian religion. I want to see more of the Mandalorians building things, crafting their armor,
Oh, and you know what? I understood that reference when you said the Mandalorian religion, because...
Well, he flat out says in the second episode, when the Jawas are trying to take his armor, he goes, I can't trade any of this, it's part of my religion. Flat out says it. Yes.
Because if you played any of the Knights of the Old Republic games, especially the one that the last one that BioWare did, it is basically a way of life. It's like Jedi's for bounty hunters.
When I played the Old Republic, the MMO, and my first class was bounty hunter.
Yeah.
So I'm very familiar with that storyline. I adored it. So I'm enjoying watching him actually build his armor set. He's advancing within the bounds of the Mandalorian faith. It's fascinating. Then the kitty stuff happens. It's like,
you keep losing it.
Could you tone that back maybe an episode or 2 for me, please? But I don't think it's going to happen.
I'll take us to the tower, guys. Where's your percentage for whatchamacallit? Because since I had the Thorn on, Arguine.
62.
Not bad. You went up 22%. I now have the Undying title on. For me, I wanted to get Disney Plus, but at this point.
What's your do you have a cell phone, Poppers?
Yeah, I have a cell phone.
Who's your provider?
Metro PCS.
Metro PCS, okay. I'm only saying this to people that have Verizon.
Yep, they have an offer. You get it for free for a year.
Yep, and that's the only reason we have it.
How do I redeem said offer?
What was that?
She's already redeemed the offer. So
okay.
No. I need to know how to.
Oh, how to redeem the... Hey, hon, how did you redeem the offer for Disney Plus on Verizon? Check your email. She
Might have to
says
go.
either check your email and see if they sent you an email so you can sign up using it, or through your Verizon cell phone there should be something like a Verizon button or whatever, an app, the one that you pay your bills through, and there should be a feature in there that allows you to link it up.
Yeah, I mean, get free Widesat, and I mean, granted, I know it's going for $6.99, but a lot of people are believing that price will probably be jacked up, if not by the end of the year, but probably by the beginning of next year.
Oh yeah, so Disney's going to give you that 1 year of sugar. Once they hook you on the mouse candy, they're going to like raise up the price a little bit more.
Oh, once they hook you on the Taylor ham.
This is like streaming crack cocaine for people. I mean, we would never see Arguing again. I'm guessing if she managed to like merge pictures of Cade 6 onto the splash page for Disney Plus when she loads it up, we never see her again.
In various modes of undress.
Yes.
Oh God. I really don't need you, Ghost, because I already got everything. All right. I'm glad the jelly bean's good.
Yeah. She's chilling out. We're just kind of keeping an eye on her a little bit more because she's our only one, and we're really protective as hell.
I mean, from what I understand, at $6.99, a lot of people are saying that it's not a bad deal because you get like everything that Disney has. There's a lot of stuff there for you.
There's a lot there, but there's a lot missing.
Yeah. There is some quibbles, though, like they screwed up the aspect ratio of The Simpsons, so there's a lot of jokes that don't land anymore because of the aspect ratio that Disney put them in.
There's also some minor editing that has happened in some of the shows that have gone up. Like apparently, if you watch Gravity Falls,
yep,
the I want to say Grunkle Ted or whatever.
Yep.
His fez had this like crescent moon symbol on it that's now been removed. There's just a plain fez. There's some other little subtle edits that have happened to the shows going on to Disney Plus from their original runs, and people are noticing this, going, "Whoa, what?"
Yep.
I mean, Star Wars with the entire Greedo yelling McLaren
or something.
McClunky or something before he gets blown away.
I think it's McClunky.
They added more dialogue. It's like, why? And there's not even a subtitle to say what the hell that means. At least put that up there so I can see Greedo calling him a motherfucker before he blows him away.
Or maybe your mama. You saying your mama,
Probably like, I shagged your Wookiee, bang.
Shagged your Wookiee. It's like, well, that's that's between you and the Wookiee. I mean, we already know what happens if you don't let the Wookiee win.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say, I'm not judging his choices. So if you and him, the Wookiee want to are getting down, hey, more power to you.
I wish you luck. I hope it doesn't rip parts of your anatomy off.
I mean, looking at the both of you, I know which one's the bottom, but...
Truthfully, that would be death by snoo snoo. I'm very certain about that.
Shit. Arguing, why don't let's see if I can help you with your thing and with the death, whatchamacallit.
Deathbringer?
The Deathbringer, yeah. Because I'm not sure that TC can help. Because I don't know where you're at on that quest, TC. Excuse me. The Deathbringer, let me see what the first part is called. You would get it from, I believe, Eris. Well, actually, no, you wouldn't get it from Eris. You have to go to.
Didn't you have to complete the campaign first?
Well, you have to complete the campaign first. Yes. Once you're done with the campaign, you got to go to the area where you give Eris the memorabilia. And you have to hit the lanterns in a certain order, and then you get a chest.
No. That's not for the Deathbringer. That
Oh,
step
that's a
is for the
xenophage. That's a xenophage. You're right.
No, the Deathbringer involves you have to get that key code, and you go into the Lost Sector and open that door.
Oh,
That glass door
yeah.
that slides open. There's that podium. You get the memento.
Yeah,
and you take it back to her, and that's where
lunar.
you get the-
You got to do the lunar spelunker bounty from Eris, and you have to go into all 3 of the lost sectors, complete them. Then you get the what's it called? I don't have the bounty on me. Fragmentation something, and basically it makes you do the lost sector in Sorrow's Harbor. And instead of finishing off the thing, you go on a side door. You open that door. If you haven't done Sayomoto's memento thing, you'll get Sayomoto's necklace, and you'll also get the quest for the Deathbringer. And so that's what you got to do to get that.
Honey, the rabbits are moving again.
I ended up getting another rice cake, so I need to give them.
Yeah, they're getting into position. There's 3 of them are up on their podiums.
Yes, the firewall data fragment item, and that's when you finish that bounty for Eris, when you go to all 3 of the things. And then you have to upgrade the necklace. Well, that's the necklace.
I need 2 more.
Oh yeah, you actually have to upgrade the necklace. But you just kill nightmares, and they'll with whatever. I think it's arc energy, and then when you speak to Eris, she'll give you more stuff to do. High conductor, kill enemies on the moon, and then you got to defeat Aram, which I believe is the step that you're on, Argoine, correct?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to make you fire team leader, Argoine, because you have to be fire team leader because I don't see that quest anymore. Promote. All right. We could do a nightfall, guys. A regular nightfall. That'll give you another drop. I know you've got so much time, Argoine. It's up to you. Because if me, you, and TC go in, that'll give also a drop from Hawthorne, also. And if you picked up the bounty from Hawthorne to complete a nightfall with a clanmate, that gives you another drop.
I was gonna say, I'll let you take control on that.
Okay, well, I promoted you to fire team leader, so. Oh, here's the thing, Argoine. In order to do that quest for the Deathbringer, you're gonna have to be fire team leader.
I know. But if we're gonna do a nightfall first, we can do that.
All right, we're just gonna do. Why don't we just? Because I'm looking at the levels, because I see that TC's at 901. We're just gonna do a regular one, just the adept level. But again, it still gives us drops. So yeah, you're at 904 because the hero one's at 920. Oh yeah. All right. So Mandalorian, pretty. It's meh in your book, Outrider. Um, it
Yes,
does.
very
It,
pretty.
the fact that you said that it does go into the Mandalorian religion. I actually get. I think that the Mandalorian and the Marvel TV series were the only kind of hooks for me wanting to get Disney Plus, but it's not
Well,
enough.
but the Marvel TV series don't even start till next year.
Really?
Fall 2020 is when Falcon and the Winter Soldier is the first one up.
Really?
They're not. Yeah, the first one doesn't come till 2020. Fall 2020. The rest of them was like 2021. So that's a lovely little bit of, well, hey, we announced these things real early, and you ain't gonna get them anytime soon.
Because I, from what I understand, WandaVision's supposed to connect with the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah, but that's still a ways off too.
Oh, hello.
I must once again ask you to venture into the dark. Move quickly, but carefully, Guardian.
Oh yeah, gummy bears. I believe they also have gargoyles.
Yes, and Darkwing Duck.
Supposedly, when Disney Plus dropped, one of the highest searches was gargoyles.
I'm actually really happy about that. I haven't seen that show since I was a kid.
Which one, gummy bears or gargoyles?
Gargoyles. Be like, what the fuck is gummy bears?
Gummy bears was the shit.
You sure about that?
Yeah. There. We are the gummy bears.
What the hell am I listening to right now?
A bunch of guys singing the gummy bear song.
You're listening to.
So what torture did I deserve
Midnight
to?
Crisis.
What was that?
Crisis.
Midlife crisis. I want gummy cherry juice. Oh, yeah. The another question that was brought up when you left Outrider was, what was the last movie you actually saw in the movie theater?
Last movie I saw in the movie theater was Avengers Endgame.
Yep, that was mine.
I managed to actually get out and see that. No, I have to correct that, because this is how little of an impact the movie made on me. It was actually Spider-Man Far From Home.
Far From Home. Okay.
Yes. And I did like the movie, but I couldn't tell you anything about it now, because it was just fun, but brainless, which is fine. There's no problems with that. I got exactly my money's worth out of it and had a ball doing it, because I can remember feeling I was satisfied when I left, I had a good time, and then just, maybe, and everything, info dumped out of my mind, so.
That was the movie I wanted to see, but I ended up not seeing it.
It was enjoyable. I remember liking Jake Gyllenhaal's version of Mysterio.
Did they go, from what I understand, they went into, like, how people dealt with people being snapped out of existence and then being snapped back very briefly? Oh.
Very briefly at the beginning.
Well,
It's like a 5-minute sequence at the beginning where you see people getting snapped back in. It's kind of funny. I mean, I know they did it humorously. I'm sitting there going, wouldn't, like, planes fall out of the sky and shit like that because they're being overloaded with people, or things that problems should be occurring? But, oh well. Happy Hogan's actually quite funny in the movie, because he totally misreads his relationship with Aunt May.
Oh,
that was funny.
That was funny.
He thought they're dating, and she's like, no.
Womp womp womp.
Yeah, womp was right.
Can I pick it up? Thank you. That's one. Coming over there, Argoine.
Fuck off!
It's kind of difficult. The person that asked the question is still in chat. So again, it's kind of difficult to get out of the movies with the 1-year-old. There's a ton of movies I wanted to go see, even more so that my wife wanted to go see.
Like which movies?
Well, I'm putting them on the spot because I normally, once they go by, we forget about them. I did want to see the Joker just because I wanted to see it. I thought it'd be an interesting experiment on.
It definitely was.
My wife's a big Frozen fan. We're probably not going to see that one.
Frozen 2?
Yeah. Just the easy to look up or it's still These ones probably coming. Like I actually wanted to go see Doctor Sleep. That's in theaters right now.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Hold on here. Jedi Polaris has seen the Mandalorian as well. He says, I think the first setup of a great plot and idea, but the second really had only one or reasons to watch, which was set up opposition and motivation of opposition. He did also make a point on our thing with The Last Jedi.
Thank you.
He said he agrees that douche with the douche Luke comment, but he did, albeit poorly, try to teach her the history of the Jedi and Sith and the dangers of the dark side. But that is because Rey is poorly written to have the plot make it a red carpet for her. He also said the main conflict of interest is how they treated Star Wars franchise, half saying it disrespected the franchise, and the other half saying it took the necessary risks and subversion. So that was his comments.
But that's the thing. I don't think that anything they've done has disrespected the franchise.
There is a lot of people who would disagree with you.
No, because they're not looking at everything that has happened prior in the whole of it, because the first 3 films were the typical hero's journey film. It was the unknown person rises up, gains lots of power, eventually has a lot of loss, and then finally redeems himself and saves everything at the end. That's the typical hero's journey. That's the first 3 films. But then Lucas himself subverted Star Wars and what the films would do by not having a hero's journey film and instead making 3 political movies for the prequels. Again, people hated the prequels. Oh, this sucked, this sucked, this sucked. But I'm sitting there going, well, why did you think it sucked? Well, wasn't enough action and it didn't feel like the original movies. Because there were 3 political films. It was about a war between the Republic and the Trade Federation. What? What about space magic and knights and adventuring and trying to stop this dark force in the galaxy? Well, that was there, but it was using politics to move through.
To this day, I still do not understand anything about the prequels. To this day.
Yeah. But I'm saying that because even the guy that created the series subverted the series when he went back to the series. Doing it again now isn't being disrespectful to the overall Star Wars, because they've always subverted themselves historically. And it seems like each third batch are doing it. This one, unfortunately, this one is going to be a little bit painful, I think, because it's really taking even the majority of the established tropes and throwing them in the garbage. There's no way in hell in the prior two trilogies that a character like Finn could pick up a lightsaber and fight with it without cutting off body parts of himself.
Yeah, because he had, I mean, you could say he had a bit of training with that, but they're two different type of weapons.
Yeah, not with a lightsaber.
Oh, no, not with a lightsaber. No, but, you know, there was someone that was trying to make that point that, well, as a stormtrooper, he had, like, you know, training with that weird thing, and someone pointed out, they're two different types of fucking weapons.
They are. It's two different energy sources. And it's not the same. I mean, even if you, and I don't want to do this because it's outside of the scope of the film, if you look into other avenues of Star Wars, like the old West End Games tabletop role-playing game, to be a Jedi, you can actually, if you look at the rules, you can only use a lightsaber if you were training in the Force, because otherwise it would cause extreme harm and possibly death to the wielder, because they were so precise and so unwieldy to those that aren't mentally prepared for it.
Hell, so I don't know what version of the Star Wars role-playing game my group plays, but the only way you could use a lightsaber, period, is if you were a Jedi class. That's it. No other class could use a lightsaber.
So, you know, the fact that he picked it up and was running around with it quite proficiently, that was a subtle clue moving forward that the rules are breaking. And The Last Jedi just really took them and threw them in the garbage. And I will keep using that expression, throw it in the garbage, because I'm not saying that how they went about doing it was spectacular, because it just felt like they, you know, just tossed it.
Did it because they could do it.
Just to toss it. And I have this feeling that it was more of a decision by executives and committee to do a maneuver like that, so moving past this trilogy, if they're going to revise and do more films, it's now Disney's Star Wars. It'll be Disney's version of it. They're getting rid of George Lucas's version of it, because it ain't George Lucas's vision anymore.
Yeah, well, there's...
But that's an entire argument about altruism, also.
Yeah, that,
like,
all, you know, who owns the actual property, the author or the fans? You know.
No. Auteurism, not authorism. Auteurism.
I think I'm thinking of a different argument.
The guiding hand of one person overseeing the entirety of a product, like George Lucas owning solely everything, versus a, you know, multiple hands getting in there. What's the better version? Is there a better version? Is it more pure?
I think what I was thinking about was there was this argument, like, you know, a lot where people say, "Oh, this is what this movie was actually about," even though the author says, "No, that's not what it's about."
No, I get that. You know, you get the author.
But that's like you said. That's a different argument, though. That's a whole different subject, actually.
Yeah. You know, media theory also would say that once the creation is out there, it's up for interpretation by those that consume it, regardless of the author's intent. I mean, people do that with paintings all the time.
Yeah, because art is subjective.
Is the Mona Lisa smiling? Is she just kind of smirking? Was Leonardo da Vinci totally in the buff when he was painting her, and she was looking at his very tiny weenie, and she was getting a laugh on it?
Yeah.
Was her face
I like that theory.
Was her face cramping up from sitting in that one position for multiple hours because it took fucking forever to do multiple oil paintings because Da Vinci kept painting over what he already did?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know. I tend to go by that. Yes, as she was laughing at Da Vinci's small unit. That's just me. But the media studies are fun. I enjoy the hell out of talking about this stuff, and I don't want to agree with everybody, because if you're agreeing with everybody, that means there's nothing to discuss. You don't get other points of view when it comes to it.
I mean, even if people, that in general agree with some of their stuff, I'll still disagree with certain other their points.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, my one friend who is part of the discussion about X3 versus Spider-Man.
I'm sorry, I don't see anyone winning that.
No, this is unwinnable. This is unwinnable. This is more of a.
Then what is the argument? Why are you arguing?
Because it's been going on for so long at this point. It's no longer a discussion about a film. It's more of like a military moving out of the Sun Tzu's The Art of War. We're trying to outmaneuver each other on purpose, just to be who can be the bigger, pretentious dickbag when it comes to talking about movies. That's all this has turned into.
Does X-Men Dark Phoenix focus in on this argument at all, or no?
No. We're only talking about those two movies. Those things both ruined us. Those movies both ruined everybody that's seen them, but we're trying to figure out the degrees of which one's better. And that is like horrifying.
Which one you feel you didn't totally waste your money on?
I actually liked X-Men better than Spider-Man. That's just my personal thing.
I was gonna say I agree on that one actually.
I got yelled at repeatedly for this one, but I don't care because they're assholes and they're wrong. It's just me. It's like what did I like better? And I preferred the complete disjointed shit show of X-Men Last Stand over watching how the studio forced Sam Raimi to change his work just to shoehorn Venom into the
Yeah.
And I just, that's just a pet peeve of mine, and I understand the studio process. I know he had to do it because they wanted the money, and he needed the budget, and that's just how it is. But you can tell, watching the film, that he did not want to include that character, that he does not know that character well enough, and he doesn't want to know that character. So it came off very, very bad.
Do you think, I mean, I've seen Spider-Man 3, but do you think Sandman was used? I mean, especially with the Sandman coming to life, a lot of people say that's a great sequence.
Yes, it was. And it was heartbreaking to me that they just stuck Sandman as the villain without Venom, because he was truly tragic what he was trying to do. He was doing bad things for his daughter, who was terminal. You know, that was, you were sympathetic, and I thought Hayden Pierce Church, I think is the actor's name.
I think so.
He played Lowell on Wings, if I remember. That was the sitcom. I thought he looked the part, and he had the chops to do it. It was just shoehorned in the symbiote story. It's like, why would you do that? If you wanted to start to leave the threads for it, you just leave the threads. You don't finish the whole thing amidst another more personal, tragic, and very Peter Parker story. Like with the Sandman, that it would have been a beautiful film if they just let Raimi do what he wanted, which was focus on the Sandman.
Yeah.
Here she comes.
Because up at
also him turning into a total edgelord and dancing down the street.
Oh.
I can't forgive Sony for that one.
There's actually people that have a theory to why he was acting that way, and it had to come down to basically the symbiote kind of like works off of whatever the host knows and stuff, and Peter Parker does not know what it is to be cool. So everything that it's magnifying off of someone who has no idea how to do that.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people actually think it was that whole emo, Peter Parker sequence is actually brilliant.
Yeah, it's brilliant in the sense that the movie The Room is brilliant. Except I enjoy The Room because of how awful it is. That just took a franchise of, a trilogy of films that I actually wanted to see succeed, especially in the third one. And just kind of, I don't know, it just felt like they lost their way, and it was more of a studio piece than
an director's piece.
Yeah. I still hold that Spider-Man 2 is probably one of the best comic book movies in the past 3 decades. With Dr. Octopus, I thought that how he handled it was just fantastic.
They had an actor too who had the chops to do it.
Yeah, it was fun. But hey, I'm not working in Hollywood. I just don't get paid to critique it. That's all.
Coming to UTC. Stop blocking that fucking ogre, damn it. Oh shit, I'm reloading!
Movie time, story time. I'll tell various stories of experiences I've had in movie theaters over the years. Like the infamous night my friends and I went and saw Alien vs. Predator on opening night.
I liked Aliens vs. Predator.
That was a bad movie, Papa. But we had fun with it.
All right, let me be.
You want to talk about a bad movie?
Let me be specific. I liked some of the lore they were trying to establish with the Predator. I liked that. Yay, there we go, nightfall done.
Yay.
Extra. Almost there, Argoid. No! I mean TC, sorry. It's weird, if you look on the floor, it'll show where you're supposed to put your feet in order to do it. Worst movie I ever saw in the theater? The Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. There's no denying that.
Never seen it.
Never seen it. Actually, the worst movie I saw in the movie theater. This is the one that almost made me walk out of. It was so bad, and I don't walk out of the movie. Was a Kurt Russell movie called Soldier.
I love Soldier. What the fuck are you doing, dude?
He had 4 sentences of dialogue in the entire film.
Yeah,
he got paid $4 million to not say anything except 4 sentences. It was very tilted. It was rigid. It was just not fun to watch. And I'm sitting there going, I hate myself for paying to see this.
Sorry, sir. I'm going to have to respectfully disagree.
That's fine. That was like one of the worst movies I've seen in the movie theater.
The one movie that almost made me walk out was the second Crow movie.
I wouldn't waste my time on.
There was a second Crow movie?
Yes, there was.
Yeah, there was a second Crow movie.
If I remember, theatrical release, there was like only like two.
Two, yeah.
I think that it was like the third one that went direct to video had like Edward Furlong.
I didn't even know there was a third one.
There's like 5 of them. Yeah, TC's right. There's like 4 or 5 of those damn things. Are terrible. But I remember the second Crow movie's poster, which instead of the picture of a crow itself, it was the skeleton of a crow spread out with its wings. It just sticks with me because it was like, what the hell are they going for?
It was bad. I almost walked out of it, and I've never walked out of a movie. And I was like almost at the door, and I think I was maybe the 7th person in the movie theater. There's like only 7 people there, and I was like, wait a minute, I paid for this. I better sit here and watch the rest of this shit. I better try to justify the dollars that I spent to see this movie.
Oh, no. If it's that bad, run away.
I should have.
What's the most unexpected movie that you enjoyed in the movie theater that people wouldn't think you would have went and seen?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I have a very easy answer for me because it still sticks with me today for how stupid it was that I had such a good time with it, and surprisingly had an amazing soundtrack. And that's what really stuck with me with the film.
What was that?
Josie and the Pussycats.
Didn't see it.
It is actually well done. They managed to capture the old cartoon and comics perfectly. It has a phenomenal, like late 90s, early 2000s alt-rock soundtrack to it. But what killed me with the movie is they include the brother and sister, Sebastian and I can't remember their names.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but at one point in the film, she's insulting her brother, and he tries to quit back at her, and then she cuts into him as to, well, we're not supposed to exist anyways because we're not in the comics. And he stops and goes, "Excuse me, what did you say?" She goes, "Nothing."
Okay, I know nothing of the Josie and the Pussycats comics. All I know is the cartoon.
Yeah. And she cracks on it, and she basically says that because we shouldn't be here anyways because we weren't in the comics. And he's like, "What?" And she goes, "Never mind." And I'm like, I sat there and I was just like stunned that they managed to pull a total wall break like that during this somewhat innocuous film, and it just turned it around for me because then you start looking, it's going, they're really actually making fun, but in a tribute type way to the cartoons and the comics, and I'm thinking that's actually very satisfying for the original property.
There's a word for that, and I forget what it's called.
It's an homage.
Yeah, an homage. There we go. There's an homage, and then the other one is a parody, where you're making fun of it purposely to make fun of it.
Yeah, this wasn't a parody. This was an homage, but it was a well done one, and I thought the cast was tremendous. I love Rosario Dawson. She plays Val.
Yeah, I think the homage is you're making fun of it, but not to denigrate what the material you're making fun of.
It's the wink and the nod to the audience saying, hey, we're in on the joke with you. It's not saying, oh, this was crap, and we're just going to bash it because you all hated it. That's...
All right, let's... Arguin, I hate to say this, TC, but we're going to have to boot you out of the fire team. But I'm going to help Arguin get her Deathbringer. Let's see here. Set up. Later editions are Hawkeye and Obi-Wan Kenobi show, played by Ewan McGregor. I'm catching up with. It's mostly Jedi here. Spider-Man movie is more so a Stark Legacy movie and a self-improvement film. Personally enjoyed the first and third prequel movies. I believe that. I guess he's talking about Star Wars. I guess. Yeah, Star Wars.
Yeah,
He's talking about Star Wars. I hate both sequels and Attack of the Clones, though. Worst movie he's ever seen in the theater: Once Upon a Deadpool. Worst movie that he's seen: Tall Girl. Never heard of it. Best unexpected movie he's seen is Rogue One. I don't think it's unexpected. I did like Rogue One. Because it was a movie that from a reference to something that happened. Because it makes mention of the plans through New Hope all the way even before they do the run, where the lady says a lot of people died to get these plans to us.
Yes, Mon Mothma that said that.
Yeah. Actually, parody makes fun with respect. Satire makes fun to destroy. Yes, you're correct, Jedi players. I'm sorry. That is correct. Parody makes fun with respect. Satire makes fun to destroy. That's what I was looking for. I'm trying to think unexpected movie. The only thing I could think of is My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I went to see it. Romances are not a genre that I go to see, but it was freaking hilarious as hell. You can't. I mean, there's some people that can disagree, say it wasn't funny, but I'm sorry, I thought it was hilarious as hell.
I enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought it was charming in its own way, and it was a nice romantic comedy. Sometimes you need to see a nice, pleasant, kind of uplifting film.
Yeah.
It kind of fit. It fit the mold at the time. Now the sequel was garbage.
I didn't even see. There was a sequel. I'm aware there was a sequel. I didn't go and see the sequel.
It came out many years later, and when you see a sequel coming out many years later, it may not be as good.
Yeah.
I think the rule of thumb would be that chances are it's going to be worse, and is definitely a cash grab. I've only seen few that
pull off being decent.
Yeah. Recently, of all things, a movie that I didn't think was going to do it actually surprised me. Was Blade Runner 2047.
I haven't seen it yet. I heard it's good.
That's the new one, right?
Yep.
Yes, that's the new one. I was surprised that they managed to.
I hear it's beautiful.
Be respectful. It's gorgeously shot. There's no way around it. It was respectful to the source material. It expanded on the universe that was set up in the first movie, and it once again dealt with the big sci-fi questions. And I was like, okay, I'm very happy. I was very happy seeing it.
I'm still trying to, because I know there's probably more films that I've seen that defied my expectation that I ended up liking. Besides My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I'm trying to think.
Here, while you're considering it, mull this one over too. This might be a little bit easier. What was a movie that your friends expected you to like, but you hated?
That's an easy one.
Okay.
For me, it was the Attack on Titan live action. Yeah. Hold on, it gets better. They only had it at the Stroud Mall Theater for like 2 nights. We went on the first night.
Mm-hmm.
My friend at the time super loved Attack on Titan.
I keep forgetting that you're like semi-local to me.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm used to Stroud Mall Theater. I'm like, wait a minute. Damn it, that's right. She's around this area. I wonder if I yelled out my window Cage 6 would I start hearing you squeal. I mean,
I mean, maybe.
For the
I'm not really in Stroudsburg that often.
The Colonel saves.
But
you're saying.
Yeah, he told us like we're gonna try to watch this movie as quiet as possible. We're gonna like actually try to pay attention to it. Like we're not gonna crack any jokes about it or anything like that until the end. About 5 minutes into it, my ex at the time, I forget what the hell he yelled, but it made the whole theater start laughing. And we just kept on cracking joke after joke through the entire movie. But the actual movie, I hated. It's like, this is not good. It's so weird.
Live action anime adaptations do not work. There's a reason they should not exist.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I didn't mind the Full Metal Alchemist one. It's just like, but that one was, ugh.
From what I understood, most of their budget went to the special effects.
I'm okay with that.
Anybody else?
Y'all need to die.
I can't think of a movie that people said I would love. I do know of a character that they said I would love, and I absolutely hate.
Okay.
Rose Tico from Last Jedi. One of my friends said you'll love her. You'll love the character because it'll remind me of the character that you play in the role-playing game. Because I play a kind of like a redneck mechanic from the Outer Rim planets. And he goes, "You'll love Rose Tico." I'm like, I watched it, and then when the next time I met, he was over here for the game, and I was like, "Yeah, I watched Last Jedi." It's like, "Oh, so what'd you think of it?" It's like, "Well, it's a trash fire for one, and no, I don't like Rose Tico. I actually hate her more than after watching it." So, that's definitely something where someone said you'll love it, and I was like, "No, I don't."
Mm-hmm. I actually have two movies. First would be the World's End.
The World's End. Oh, the Carl Arnoto, whatchamacallit, trilogy.
Cornetto trilogy.
Yeah.
Yes, the Cornetto trilogy, which was the apocalyptic alien
invasion thing.
Arthurian legend, and I just
bless you.
Like it, at all.
I haven't seen it.
Well, it's.
I never even heard of it.
Well, Shaun of the Dead. It's the third movie. Shaun of the Dead, then Hot Fuzz, which is probably one of the greatest action movies ever made.
I have it on DVD and have not watched it yet.
Wait, am I thinking of third?
And then there's The World's End, and it just I didn't like it. It was like, you're gonna love this because it ties in all the other things, and it deals with a whole bunch of interesting characters. And I hated the central character with a passion. And because I hated that character so much, mostly because the character of Gary King reminded me of myself, and I hated sitting in a movie theater watching that for 2 hours.
Mm.
So that killed the movie for me. But the one that I almost got into a fight over leaving the movie theater that stunned the people we were with was Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
I have not seen that.
Passionately, that film. And it's nothing to do with how the movie was shot. It has nothing to do with Edgar Wright directing it. The special effects, I thought everything they did captured video game culture perfectly. I hated all the goddamn characters in that movie. How am I supposed to root for a central character who at the start of the film is in his 20s, after he's not in high school, and he's dating a 17-year-old who's still in high school and he's using her?
Mm-hmm.
How am I supposed to support this guy? You're putting me as somebody in a position where I'm supposed to care about Scott Pilgrim trying to hook up with some girl that absolutely doesn't want anything to do with him?
You know what's even worse? His comic version is even a worse human being than he was on the movies.
Yeah, so I couldn't stand Scott Pilgrim, and my friends were like, "Oh my God, it was so great! It it held it up. I was like, the guy's a creep and an asshole.
He is. But everyone gets, even with the comics, people love the comics because but they don't see beyond. They don't see beyond the cuteness and the flash and the colors.
It's also it's something to say about when the comics came out. They were really a product of the time period.
That too.
Just the mindset at the time that they were published is different. And
oh shit! She's singing. We gotta stop her, or we're gonna die.
Where's she at?
Personal experience
right here. Gotta break her shield.
Love the effects.
Yeah,
they integrated video games into it, but did not like the movie.
Yeah, it did capture the aesthetic of the comic to almost to a T. But when you get, even if you read the comic, Scott Pilgrim is the worst human being. And the thing is, he in the movie at least, he gets what he wants at the end, when he should never have gotten that.
Well, they changed the ending because he wasn't supposed to get what he got. He was supposed to go back with knives originally in the movie. And they tested it with audiences, and audiences didn't like it.
Him getting with knives?
Yeah, they wanted him to end up with Fiona, is that her name?
The chick who goes through his head.
Yeah. The one with the blue hair. I think it's Fiona, I can't remember. Thank you. I was sitting there going, it's like Daffodil something? No, Fiona Blair. But they also removed the entire thing as to why the evil X's are attacking him. Is they're all being controlled by like a mind control chip in the comic? They totally removed that in the film, which would have explained why they're fighting to keep Scott away from her. I think I would have respected them more if they were trying to keep Scott away from her because she's not worth being with, and they're trying to prevent him from hurting himself.
Yeah. That's the weird thing about Scott Pilgrim versus, well, it's not Scott Pilgrim versus the world in the comics. It's, Scott Pilgrim, I think it's versus the universe, actually. But, yeah, Scott and the other girl, they're shitty human beings.
The only person I felt bad for was Knives the entire time.
One of the boyfriends, from what I understand, also kind of got the short shift from what's her name, the one that he keeps chasing. He wasn't an asshole or anything. It's just he seemed to gotten used by her.
Oh, it's not Fiona. It's Ramona Flowers.
Yeah, Ramona Flowers. Yeah.
It just didn't click with me, but that was amusing because I walked out of the movie theater with my wife and a large group of our friends. I think there was like 10 of us total. And they're all beaming and talking about how great it was, and they're going around in this like circle because we're all standing outside the entrance into the auditorium. And they're like, "What did you think?" I hated it. And all dialogue stopped. And everything that they were saying was great about this movie. I pointed out the opposite that happens during the story. I was like, you weren't paying attention, you weren't paying attention, you weren't paying attention, you weren't paying attention. People are shitty people and deserve not to be with anybody.
Yeah, they didn't. I think the only one who wasn't a shitty person was his friend, his gay friend. I forget what his name was.
Well, that friend, and even actually the drummer to the band, Dax Bobam, the drummer, the redheaded woman. Every time that she did, like, she put her fingers to her head and blow her brains out, Scott once again falling all over this person, showing disdain for what he's doing. That person was supposed to be the audience. Going, you're an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, it's like, oh, you're just the negative friend that everybody doesn't listen to. Except you actually knew what he's like and what she's like.
Mm-hmm.
Take the Death Singer's skull to Paris.
But I can't tell you though. Just if I had an opportunity to teach a film studies class for special effects alone, I would choose the movie Scott Pilgrim versus the World because how they integrate the effects within the film and they use them in a very inventive manner.
And the detail they go about it too.
Yeah, so it's worth being, lauded for that, praised for that, and criticized for other elements.
Where'd you go, Arguine? Because I'm still in this place and you're gone.
Oh, I fast traveled to Eris.
I think they were all, that was all before they were cast in those roles. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was well before.
Jedi Polaris says, my friends thought that I would love Avatar: The Last Airbender. They were wrong.
Does it mean the show or the movie?
The movie.
Oh, yeah, no, that I totally agree. Fuck that shit.
We were talking about movies.
Horrendous.
The question that Outrider said was movies that your friends thought you would love, but you absolutely hated.
Yep. Yay.
All right, you got it? Awesome. There you go.
Step away, please.
Yep, that's one less thing for you to chase, Arguine.
Yay!
But you have so much more to do.
I was gonna say, I still got like 3 pages of like actual missions to do. We're not talking about that.
Arguine, if you're looking, if you ever get a chance to look at the stream, I have -3 of the things, because one, I can't seem to get rid of those fucking Rasputin key fragments. They'll keep coming back week after fucking week after fucking week. Minus the Chalice of Opulence and the powerful synthesizer. I only have 4 things to do. That's it. I have not even a half a page. I have the Fallen Transporter, which is for that shitty looking ship from 0 Hour. The Wendigo. The Ariana's Vow the Catalyst, which I hear takes for goddamn forever. And the Divinity gun from the raid. That's it.
Remember, the Vow is not the Catalyst. The Vow is the quest to get the Catalyst.
Oh, the quest to get the Catalyst.
Oh, jeez.
Not in any rush to get that.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Before, this is probably my last bit, but I was thinking also of movie experiences that were kind of a fail. Not necessarily the movie itself, but the experience in the movie theater that was a fail. And I keep going back to when I saw, the third Matrix movie. Not Reloaded, but rehashed, revisited, whatever they called it. Reincarnated, I don't remember, but it was the third Matrix movie. It was the one where...
Man, I just watched that the other day.
Yeah, but I remember going...
Revolutions, yeah.
We were going to go to the movies to see Bad Santa. Because this is the same time that Matrix Revolutions was in theater, but it was in for a couple weeks prior. So it was losing box office already, but Bad Santa came out. And every showing at the movie theater that we went to was packed. It was sold out. We couldn't get in.
What, Bad Santa or Matrix?
Bad Santa. The Matrix, on the other hand, we bought... It's like, all right, so let's go see it. Let's just finish the trilogy. We're here. I'd rather do something than not. We all bought a ticket. It was myself and 2 other people. And we went in, and the theater was empty. Totally empty. And we're going, oh, God. if this movie is bad, we can be as loud as we want and totally overreact and just have an MST3K this thing to Ash.
Yep.
Oh, this is going to be a great night. The trailers go through, the movie starts up, and no sooner than you start actually watching the film, they've gone past the title screen and all that, people start coming into the auditorium, and the place packs to capacity. So myself and my two friends are sitting in the middle of a movie theater now that's full of people that apparently all did what we did, but hung out in the lobby or showed up late. And the problem was, we started to really want to hate on this movie and started quietly cracking on this movie, but the audience completely around us was loving this movie. They were having a blast watching this movie, and what sucked for us was we were trying to contain being an asshole to this movie. Like at the very end, where Trinity ends up, what was it? Like the hovercraft gets, the Nebuchadnezzar gets like crashed, and she's impaled on like what's like 30 pieces of rebar steel sticking out of her.
Mm-hmm. And he's blind and no eyes.
He's blind, and this my one friend that was there is an actual MD. He's a doctor, and he leans in and he goes, "Well, she should have been dead already because she has rebarb through both of her lungs, where her heart should be. Most of her vital organs are gone at this point." And if you watch that scene, what we ended up doing is we knew this was coming. We got out our watches, and when he crawls up to her, start timing it. She's alive and talking to him for 5 solid minutes before he dies. This is going on. We're turning red in the face. It's like Beavis and Butthead being laughed at being yelled at by the gym coach, where they're biting their lips and turning purple and shaking, because we're trying to not let this loose, and we can't say anything because the people around us are all sniffling and sobbing and crying because it's so emotional to them. And I'm
really?
Like,
oh God. It just made me think of a movie. To your questions. Well, actually, one of your questions, and experience I have to explain. I know you have to go. The one movie, when I mentioned the Dungeons and Dragons movie, that's when I was like big into MMST, and sometimes even movies I loved, I would, sometimes make comments. My friends would tell me, "Stop, shut up, we're trying to enjoy the movie." So we're watching Dungeons and Dragons, and it's just horrible. And we all played Dungeons and Dragons. We're all geeks there, and my friend goes, "Well, what's taking you so long?" I go, "What do you mean? Why aren't you making fun of the movie?" It's like, "Because you told me to stop doing it." He goes, "No, we need you to do this." So the next scene that happens is they open the map right at one point. It's like I think it's not even halfway through the movie, and it's got an X. I was like, "You are here," and everyone starts busting out laughing. But the movie that I had like zero expectations because the previous movie wasn't very good was Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Because Thor 2: The Dark World was just, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't good. It's one of my weakest, all the Marvel's MCU movies, it's like at the bottom for me. Even Captain Marvel is above that in my book. Because the thing is, I know Carol Danvers as a character, and she did bad. Carol Danvers.
I can't speak about Captain Marvel or Thor: The Dark World because I haven't seen either of them.
Thor Ragnarok, though, was
great.
Defied my expectations.
But since you're talking about MST3K movie, I'm going to tell you about the night I saw Alien vs. Predator. This is the very last thing. And my brother, myself, and once again our doctor friend, we went into this. We knew this was going to be a B-rated movie. We knew it's going to be cheesy as hell. We figured we would get at least a couple laughs out of it just to see what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately for us, I didn't realize that all three of us were keyed into making fun of this movie, and it just happened all of a sudden. when it says Universal Pictures at the very beginning,
Yeah.
when that came up on the screen, and I said Universal Pictures presents a steaming pile of shit, and the people around us start laughing. So then, as this movie's going on, myself, my brother, and our friend are teeing off at various different parts, making fun of this movie. Like that one scene where you see the contraption that opens up and the alien egg kind of slides out on the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
I explained, is that a Pez dispenser? And Alex just starts going crazy. But there was like this, the people around us are, because there was maybe like 25, 30 people in this movie theater with us. And the ones next to us and the 2 rows behind us were laughing. But there was a couple of people a few rows ahead of us that I was watching were turning around and looking at us during this movie. And we did not stop for the entire fucking thing from start to close. We kept going. We couldn't stop. We were having too much fun. So there were people around us laughing, so it was egging us on. We were having a blast doing it. But as the lights came up, because the credits are rolling, I looked down and I see that those people in the 3 or 4 rows that were filled in front of us aren't moving. And I said, my brother and my friend get up, and I was like, no, wait, don't. And I'm looking at them, and they didn't look like they had a good time. I'm going, don't. And we sat through the credits. Everybody cleared out. The crew comes in, start cleaning the theater, and I was like, all right, fine. We could probably leave now. I said, I had this feeling that they were going to confront us for what we did. So the 3 of us walk out to the doors. As we pull open the double doors, there's 25 people waiting out there for us. And I stopped, and my brother stopped, and my friend stopped, and my brother's like, oh shit, we're dead. And this dude steps up to us, and he goes, my man, I should be really pissed off at you. But if it wasn't for you 3 motherfuckers, I would have been furious at this damn movie. Thank you very much. You saved our evening. And all of them started shaking our hands, and it was the most surreal. We thought we were going to die. And they're shaking hands, and they're going, oh, God, that was so awful. Oh, you had us laughing through the entire thing. It was, oh, God, I hate myself for paying for this. I'm like, yeah, so did we. I'm glad you guys had a good time. Hey, tip your waiter on the way out. Please get the fuck out of here before they, change their mind. It's not a good movie by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, there's I will admit there are bad parts in that.
No. I like the aliens. I like the Predators. I wanted to see those 2 on screen together. When I saw Paul W.S. Anderson attached to direct this movie, this is the guy that directed most of the Resident Evil films.
Yeah.
This is the guy that's married to Mila Jovovich. I knew he couldn't do this correctly. That this was going to be a cash grab. So our expectations were in check for that. But it was bad, but it wasn't. It's bad. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself. No, it's bad. This is a bad movie, but you're gonna get laughs out of it. A bad movie. You're gonna find enjoyment watching this steaming bag at some point.
What's his name? The guy who played what's his name? Yatani. What's his name? Oh fuck. The guy who supposedly the guy who was built off of whatchamacallit from Aliens. The
guy that played Bishop.
Bishop, yeah. Him and Bill Paxton are the only ones to have been killed by a Terminator, a Predator, and an alien.
That's Lance Henriksen.
Yes, Lance Henriksen. That's his name. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed the kind of like the lore building they tried to do with the Predators. But yeah, a lot of the rest of the movie, and I kind of like the weird, kind of like, I guess you could call it like, a veteran hunter with a Padawan with the girl and the Predator. That's about it. The rest of the movie is kind of...
They borrowed from the Alien vs. Predator comic book, which if they kind of shot that scene for scene, it would have been a pretty damn good movie. Because the same thing happens. They take a human and end up training her in the ways, and she becomes a master hunter with, you know, the Predator with Broken Tusk, I think is his name, or is referred to as. But this is like they stuck a pyramid under the Arctic that we never knew about. I remember watching when they first get in there for the first time and they're looking around inside the pyramid. My brother just goes, "This looks like my high school cafeteria," you know.
God.
You know, this is the shit that it was nonsensical. But they set it on present day Earth, and it should have been set in the future at the very least.
I didn't see the second one. Was it Aliens versus
I didn't
Predator Rose Petal Rain or something? They give it some kind of weird subtitle. What?
Requiem.
Requiem, that's right. They gave it, like, you know, a subtitle that it really didn't need. I didn't see that one.
Good taste. All right, gentlemen, and Arguine, I'm going to go to bed.
All right, take it easy.
Night, man.
It was fun. Have a good night.
So, Brain, what are we doing now?
I'm trying to take over the world like always.
I don't know. What if the hippopotamus doesn't want to wear the underwear?
Those who enter the rotting depths of the catacombs often fail to return. In that tomb, light does not find a way.
What are we exactly doing, actually?
I have no idea. It was a random mission that Eris gave me after that, and I was like, okay, we're gonna do it real quick.
Alright.
The price of life is death!
I have so much anime I need to catch up on. It's just too much. That's like, you know, Demon Slayer. I wanted to start watching that, and I haven't started watching it. Because I hear it's beautiful. Arguine, what are you watching anime-wise?
I'm watching TV as it is.
Just TV as it is? There's too much stuff.
Like, half the time I'm not even watching, I'm like either half asleep and just like lay on the couch, just put some noise on. I'm gonna fall asleep in a minute anyway. Or I'm playing video games, like new Pokemon game.
Oh, here's a question to ask you, because I know Chop brought this up and he's kind of angry about it. The amount of Pokemon they cut out of Sword and Shield. I think what they said, there's only like 50 of the Kanto region Pokemon in it. And
something like that, yeah.
Chop said even the people on Reddit who, you know, would make fun of the people who always want, you know, all the Kanto region Pokemon to be in there, even those people are surprised at how much they cut out of the Kanto region.
I was gonna say, they didn't bring a whole lot of Pokemon back to begin with anyway. But the thing is that I think they're gonna be slowly releasing them. Because it is an internet-based game now.
Oh, kind of like how they do with Pokemon Go?
Yeah. That's what I think is gonna happen. I remember someone on YouTube was kind of talking about it, that's their hopes for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, because as the game is right now, there are some things that it is lacking. There are some things that it could get better with. But they try to throw in the National Pokédex with how this game's run right now. Like, it would break the system. What'd you get?
Now, when you say break the system, do you say that the Switch wouldn't be able to handle it?
I don't think the memory capacity of it would actually be able to handle it. Because I believe it is actually a pretty big game. But no, like that would be adding almost 700 different types of Pokemon into the game. With
So
all the different forms and all that. It's just, it'd be too much.
So it's kind of like how people who keep wanting Bungie to do more shit on Destiny 2, where they keep saying we've stretched the system as far as we can stretch it. It can't handle anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it can handle what we're going to give you with this whole battle pass, and even after that, we might not be able to do anything more.
Like, unless they can, like, do more condensing and all that for memory-wise, but as of right now, I don't see them adding that in right away. I could see them doing it in small batches.
You're talking about the Pokemon, that is.
Yeah, the Pokemon themselves.
Okay.
Because as far as I can tell, it is primarily an internet-based game again, or
Okay.
For the first time. Because there is a section called the Wild Area, where if you connect to the actual internet, you can see other people playing.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, you could see actual other characters walking around like how you do in Destiny.
Oh, that's very
Like,
neat,
you can-
actually.
Yeah, and you can kind of interact with them as well.
It's just
But even then, like, it's...
yeah, go keep going.
I was gonna say, even with that, it's still a little janky. Like, because you can't really, like, super talk to them, but you can still, like, do a form of trading still, can do, link battles and all that, and, like, little stuff like that. But it's still a little messed up. Granted, the game just came out,
Yeah.
a few days ago now.
So there's bound to be some patches.
Oh, yeah. So the fact that it is primarily internet-based is actually a good thing. Because even though the game seems incomplete, they're going to be able to do more with it. Whereas in all the other games from their Pokemon games, be like they couldn't really do much because they had to release it as a complete game for the way it was.
Now, just to let viewers know, Arguing right now is the expert on this because I've never played any of the Pokemon games until Pokemon Go. So, but I think that out of the people who, if you had questions about Pokemon Sword and Shield, Arguing and Chop would be the guys that you would definitely want to hear. Oh, you're trying to get that. Oh, you haven't got that yet?
No, this is a reoccurring mission.
Oh, you're doing a reoccurring mission. Okay.
Yeah, I have to do it for the mission that I just got from Eris. Because we were literally just here like a few minutes ago.
I do not fear you.
Ooh, I kinda do.
Oh, I forgot there was one more of you. All right, get ready to run like hell.
Eris, the cryptoglyph. Teleport us out. Eris, are you there?
Guardian,
We're here. Cryptoglyph and all.
I'm sorry. The immense darkness of the pyramid kept me from you. But we must not waste time. With the cryptoglyph in hand, we stand a chance against the pyramid. Bring it here and let us make use of it.
Hey, I hit
Ooh, I got
rank.
another race cake.
I got season rank 121.
Alright, what am I gonna do next for this mission? Search for fragments and night hunts of a depth difficulty or above. Use melee abilities to defeat powerful enemies. Nightmares grant more progress. 25 more fragments. Ugh.
20 what?
Gotta find 25 Titan marks. Hold on, what did it say?
Oh, you're doing a memory, I think?
Yeah, memory of
Valtalo.
Arlo? Yeah.
Yeah, the Titan who, I believe it was Crota kills him.
Ooh, that sucks.
So you're trying to help, basically you're helping, which I think is a cool thing they did with this story with Eris Morn, is helping her with her survivor's guilt. Is what it is. You're helping her as you do these memories. Of course, the first memory you get is Saimota, and then you get Valtalo. Let's see, Valtalo, then there's Tolan, but fuck Tolan. Especially if you do the ghosts fragments, and you go find all the ghost fragments, you find that Tolan is kind of an asshole.
I mean, I could have told you.
Yeah,
From,
we all get
it.
it.
You heard him talking.
Yeah,
Like he's a straight up asshole.
Oh, his ghost. I'm not gonna ruin it for you. His ghost, just as bad. Valtello. There's let's see, Silma, Eris, Ariana 3. Then there's Amaragog. Who is another Titan. And I believe Ariana 3 was a warlock? No, I think she was actually a hunter. No. I think they did 2 and 2. So, because I know Saimota and Eris Morn are hunters. Valtalo and Omar Agag were Titans, and of course Tolan is a warlock, and I believe Ariana 3 was a warlock, because I believe she belonged to the Praxis Order. Okay, Eris Morn's fire team. Fire team Crota. Was a guardian composed of 6 guardians. The warlocks Tolan the Shattered and Ariana 3. Hunters Eris Morn and Omar Agag. I'm sorry, he was a hunter, not a... Oh, actually, there was 3 hunters. Eris Morn, Omar Agag, and Saimota, and the lone titan Val Tarlo. How they all died, let's see here. Somehow the group split up. The group was split up. Ariana 3 and Sai Moda in one group. Tolan, Omar, and Eris in the other. Tolan slipped away at some point, seeking out Ir Yut, the death singer, seeking to learn the secrets of her death song. The song killed him, detaching his soul from his body and sending it to extended play. Ariana heard his screams echo out through the Hellmouth. Whatever. Fuck you, Tolan. The rest of the group fallen short. An injured and near-death Omar Agag was captured by the Heart of Crota. His light was stripped from him to feed unborn hive and succumbed to the torture before Eris's eyes. Sai, fighting with bones of fallen acolytes, was killed by Omnigul herself while trying to escape from the hive. From what we understand from Eris Morn and her lore, she died while laughing. Ariana made it to the very bottom of the Hellmouth, sending off her dying ghost, remorseful for her foolish quest and the death she caused, finding the hive what remained of her light. Tolan saw her from the netherworld and believed her to have been brave in her final moments. Eris survived, losing her eyes and her ghost. Hiding in the dark tunnels of the hive, she clung to a copy of Tolan's journal, learning from it and of the dark secret of the hive an old warlock had discovered. Of course, we know how that, where she ends up. So, yeah. Let's see. I think they're missing someone here. Omar was captured by the hive. Okay, Sai was killed, by Omnigul. Ariamana to the bottom. Yeah, they forgot about Valtalo. Because he doesn't go down... He goes down hard. Yeah, during the assault, Val stood fast against hordes of thrall spawned by the wizard Varrock and Al-Hol, the Darkblade. Basically, that if you played the strike in Destiny 1, he was the guy you had to kill for all different versions of the exotic sword. He underestimated the thrall and their ability to smother his light, which allowed Varrock and her spawn to swarm and overwhelm him. As he scrambled and attempted to fight to safety through the thrall, Val was knocked to the ground by Al-Hul, delivered the killing blow to the Titan by impaling him upon his axe, making Val the first casualty of the mission to assassinate Crota. His ghost Razor attempted to revive him, but the thrall consumed all that remained of Val's light. Razor attempted to flee to warn others, but eventually was killed. So yeah, he got killed by Al-Hul. Some of his personality traits: Val was more settled than many of his fellow Titans due to his experience at leading refugees through enemy territory and only fighting when necessary. Eris speculated that he may have been too subtle at times, which may have led to his death. Despite his penchant for subtlety, Val did occasionally show the Titan's typical enthusiastic attitude towards overt displays of extreme physical violence. Me Titan, me punch things.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. You know what? Why don't we call it a night here?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right. So thank you, people, for joining us for a very interesting Destiny Disappointment Tuesday. We talked some movies. We talked. Me and Outrider had our opinions about The Last Jedi. We also opened up some ugly scars of movies we wish we never seen that people thought we would love, and we did. We forgive those people, but we'll always remember it. It's like other movies that we were quite shocked were pretty good when we thought they would either been shitty or we basically had very low expectations. And we tried to keep away from politics because fuck politics. I don't want to talk about politics during our streams. I don't give a shit. Even if it's something where I think is right, I don't even want to discuss that. I don't want to. It's no. That's like our Facebook page. We don't. No politics, no real world bullshit. Unless it's some stuff we do talk about, but it's games, mostly games related. Like us making fun of Stadia, and when and I know this is gonna hurt you, TC Ice, but I'm sorry. The kind of shitty shit trash fire that is Fallout 76. sorry. Oh please, TC, tell me you didn't pay $100 for Fallout first, please. Yes, you mean ESO? You got me.
Elder Scrolls Online.
Elder Scrolls. I don't play that, so. I haven't played any of that.
Better.
I haven't played any of the Elder Scrolls, so.
What?
But but hey, at least. I don't know if it's much of a victory, but at least it's not Anthem. which they just came out where they said, "Hey, we're gonna redo it," and you just go like, you just face palm and go, "BioWare, what are you thinking? You could have took care of that like a long time ago, like before the game came out." No, yeah, but no, that is a thing. They're going to basically, I guess you could say, try to do a Final Fantasy 14. The game was crap. They stopped it. They redid it and brought it back out, and people were happy with. They actually ended up going gangbusters at that point. But I don't know. Maybe this just took too long for BioWare to actually listen to the people who are saying, "Listen, this is horrible." Yes, Station Master Hexy. I'm gonna shut down the thing. I'll get on the bed and get the comfy blanket out, and you can go and curl up on my lap. All right. Thank you for watching. Next stream is tomorrow, as Station Manager Hexy jumps up on my lap anyway. It is Weeb Wednesday, and I'm going to try to play River City Girls. So, it's a neat little scroller beat 'em up with a nice, I would say, end of the 16-bit era feel to it, because the graphics are really nice. The animation is good. It's got a RPG feel to it, and the voice acting is good. I like it, and it's a pretty good game. So hopefully, and then we'll weeb out. I'll try to get people in the party with me that I can grab, because I do enjoy streaming and when it's just me, but it's a party when I've got more people in here, even if they're making fun of me about me loving Taylor Ham. It's Parkrow. or as Argoween has basically put down her foot and said, no, it's just food. So
food is food. As long as it's edible, I don't care.
Yeah, as long as it's edible. That is a very good distinction, as long as it's edible. But yeah, that's at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. And also 8:30 p.m. usually. I think it's Monday through Friday, or is it Tuesday through Saturday on Space Canada Live on Twitch. Join Irish Ghost in the PC Master Race as they play games. This Thursday, I'm going to ask them if we can do Company of Heroes 2 because I got the game because it was free this weekend. So I got a free PC game on Steam and didn't pay a cent, which is awesome. If you enjoyed the stream, please subscribe. Be sure to throw the proper pork roll company of your choice, and that is Cases, at the notification bell so it can sizzle and you can smell that nice deliciousness, which will give you a notification in the email that we are streaming. Also, if you are a subscriber and you're wondering how come you didn't get notifications, that is because YouTube is being very weird. I've heard this from, well, not heard it from them personally, but watching their videos from different people, YouTubers. A lot of people are getting unsubscribed for weird reasons because YouTube is stupid. Just check to make sure that you're still subscribed. We don't unsubscribe anyone here at Space Canada. We don't do that. We haven't had a need to do it. I mean, if you're a total douchebag, yeah, we'll do it. But we haven't had douchebags, so that's great. Awesome. Our subscriber base are not douchebags. But double check to see that you're still subscribed and you still hit that notification bell. And I don't usually ask this, but supposedly if you put a like button, we'll get it'll show up in your feeds. But that's just optional. Just subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I think we'll be okay. We do have a Discord called Space Canada. Join us there. It is under renovation. I've seen some of the renovations. I'm not happy with some of the renovations that the PC Master Race did because they just seemed to get rid of everything from console related and just made it a PC thing. And I'm like, no. And I made a channel, purposely made a channel called The Council of Councils. So join us there. That's also sometimes when I stream a game on PC, specifically the Super Real Top Turds Versus. There is a voice channel there, and you can get on there and you can mock me and make fun of me as I play games that I absolutely hate, as dictated by the DOT, which someone here I believe is a member of. At least that's what that station manager Hexy has told me. You know anything about that, Arguine?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Like, I'm just gonna slide away in my chair.
Sure. Okay, yeah. That's what someone who would probably say and do if they were trying to say they weren't part of the DOT. But anyway, we also have a Facebook page, like I was mentioned earlier. Send a request to join 9 times out of 10, you'll get in. It's all about games, geekery, stupidity, and no real bullshits because we get that on a daily basis. Also follow us on our severely underused Twitter pages, Space Canada TV, our PR man, I am Emo McGillicuddy, and my own Super Pop Tarts, one word spelled out unlike my tag. I'd like to thank Outrider who was in here, Saiyan Elite, he plays Destiny, and he's been playing Monster Hunter with us. He was on our last 2 streams, I believe. TC Ice, and Argoine. My name is Super Pop Tarts, and as always, executive producer Takun the Fail Kitty. Remember, in space, no one can hear you apologize.